go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go.
And if you was instead of hating, you'd be ballin' too. I know you seen us fallin' too. All the rich niggas is all my crew. Fuck it, they can't touch us. If stuck up is what you call it, cool. Ooh, you should've seen when I came down in that. Black on black, cause it's greater haters face down on the mat. Splat, yeah, I can make a green nigga mad. Quick, fast, flash like 10 cash on this bitch ass. You can tell I'm a G by the walk in the stands. I play the game, make me talk in the stands. Watch how you talk when you talk to the man. If it ain't about friends, you talk to the head. I show you how to get rich. You got a weak arm, I'll show you how to pitch. Made so play, I'll show you by the hit. And tell the police I don't know about shit. Hey, God, I'm fly, something like the air. Ain't that something when it's stunting, man? It's nothing like air. Homie, hold it right there. Homeboy, right there.
Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go.
I got one in the back, I got one in the front. I make them do what I say. They tell me say what I want, I tell them get your money, girl, and just stop breathing. Cause if it ain't about that dough, it ain't about me neither. See a gangster like myself, I get that paper and women. Man, your woman probably out there with some paper to give me. Listen, you're looking at a real pimp, ask my old women. And they'll tell you no remote, I control women. I'm a whole load, put me in the game, woman. If he ain't paying, then he shouldn't be playing. I'm saying, broke dudes only make jokes funny. I make more than I can fit in this quote, honey. Unquote, come sun soak with me, ma. Fly you down here and lay you up in my beach house.
Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. I'm moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me a op, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to strike. And guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point, 6-2, gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5 boys sell, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no.
I got all those shit, nigga.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sonny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
Salute. My bad, y'all. I didn't know that I still had Shakur's comment up there from yesterday. That was from yesterday. We ain't gonna talk about the booty play today. Not today. We're gonna leave the booty play where it belongs. No Miss Ty, that was up there from yesterday. Track 327, salute King, peace and blessings. Terrell Davis, peace and blessings, homie in the building. Salute. Bruh 6500, salute King. Hope everything's well with you today. The beautiful Queen, Miss Ty Drakeford. How you doing, Queen? Big AMCFSG, all things always in the building. Salute King. Hope everything's good with you. Let's see. Andy Gill, my guy. Salute King, peace and blessings to you, brother. Fonz B, salute King, peace and blessings to you. Shalom to my brother, the King Rod Walker in the building. Peace and blessings. Happy Shabbat to you, King. Y'all know the day is Shabbat anyway. Shout out to the Queen. Salute to you, Miss Arena. I keep saying Ariana. It's Arena. Salute, Queen. AMCFSG GTT 4L. Salute. Let's see who else we got here. My nigga Supreme Cam in the building. Salute, King. Peace and blessings to you. My man Camp 11. Salute, King. Peace and blessings to you, brother. Hope all is well with you today on this Shabbat as well. We got Creole the motherfucking traveler in here. The Canadian dream. Not Drake, but Creole in the building. All right. So I think that's everybody right there. Yep. Salute everybody in the building. Hope everybody having a good Shabbat. I seen the experiment, right? And it's crazy because it's sort of like life, right? Now check me out. They put 100 ants. They took 100 red ants. And then they put in 100 black ants in the jar. Both of them in there. And it's a lot of fights this weekend, bro, 6,500. And so, the red ants, fire ants, Ty. So, the red ants and the black ants, they was just in they was in the jar. They was just chilling. They wasn't even bothering each other, honestly. Like, they just moved around. They was exploring their surroundings, trying to see where the hell they was at, right? So you got the ants in the jar. They just moving around, trying to see where they was at. Then the man picked up the jar and he shook it. He shook the jar. Soon as he shook the jar, sat it back down, the ants started attacking each other. They started killing each other off. Each of them. They was exactly, bro, 500. They was killing each other. As soon as that jar got shook, they started attacking each other, killing each other. It wasn't but like 4 or 5 of them that lived because they were evenly matched. They was killing each other like a motherfucker, right? Because you had trap jaw ants and you had fire ants in there. And they just started murdering each other. And instead of being mad at the person that shook the jar, they were mad at each other because they inside the jar. And I just thought about it, like, we all inside this jar, right? And we got the government and all them shaking the jar up. The people in power are shaking up the jar. And we too busy attacking and killing each other instead of directing our anger at the person who really shook the jar up. That's just a little consciousness I just decided to drop. My nigga Ty, salute King. Peace and blessings, my nigga. But y'all know I be on some bullshit all the time, so I decided to drop a little bit of consciousness. Now, I'm a very conscious individual, but most of the time I be on some bullshit. But I just wanted y'all to think about that for a second, though. Like sometimes we be fighting the wrong fight. Richie L. Salute, King. Sometimes we be fighting against the wrong oppressors. I mean, we be targeting the wrong people. Nah, Creole Traveler, you still in the jar, buddy. We all still in the jar. Salute to the beautiful Queen, Miss Joette. How you doing, Queen? Hope everything's well with you today. Yep, but this ain't the channel for that. I do that on the other channel. Whenever I go on that, well, this is Friday. This shit bot. You know, everybody make sure you get everything done before sundown. You know, praise to the Most High. Exactly, bro. 6,500, and that's what I was just trying to tell Creole right there. Creole, know the resistance ain't in the jar. We are all in the jar, Creole. Us, you missed the story, Creole. Like I said, they took 100 black ants, 100 red ants. They put them in a jar, and everybody got along. It was no problem. It was no problem in the jar. And then the man shook the jar. The ants started attacking and killing each other. And they was attacking the wrong person because the other ants ain't the ones that shook the jar. Like all these damn conflicts all around the world, it started by the people in power. It ain't by the regular people. But in all actuality, the only people that suffer are the regular people. Because it's not Creole Highs and old news, and I'm just sitting here talking, bro. What I'm sitting here saying is the ones that start the shit aren't the ones that gotta suffer or have to reprimand or have to go in and fight that battle. Like back in the days, usually a king will lead they subjects in war. Now you got pencil pushers and you got people in suits that start all these conflicts and then send the average Joe out there to fight it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if it's old to you, it's new to other people, Creole. How about that? You feel me? Shout out to my brother Young World in the building from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Hey, papi, que onda, wey? ¿Dónde está la rica, the bonita muchacha, Young World? Oh, now they Portuguese in Brazil. Not Spanish, it's Portuguese. Yeah, got them Portuguese women out there. Just make sure you use the rubber, Young World. Because, hey, your Young World will turn into a short world. You feel me? The more, and make sure you stay safe, boy. I remember we was at Brazil for the Carnival one time, boy. The motherfuckers, boy, they do a lot of robbing and stealing out there, boy. A lot of robbing and stealing out there. The women are beautiful, but most of them got pimps. And they hear that American accent, you a target. You are a target. But like I said, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Shalom. Salute to everybody in the building. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody enjoy the day. All praise to the Most High. But there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. Well, Kia be here in just a second. She says she's on her way. But Dubois and Usyk, a lot of people want to see that fight. But Turkey Al-Ashidi and Eddie Hearns have other plans. Usyk is an undefeated champion with an asterisk. Because I can go back to that man sitting on the ground for 2 minutes from a body shot. And you know the funny thing about it, Usyk is a professional flopper. He fought Baturiev in the Olympics and got hit with the same body shot. And he played it off like he got hit low. And he ended up winning that fight against Arthur Baturiev. Shout out to my brother Slogan One, big AMCFSG in the building. So he played that fight off with Arthur Beterbiev. So you know that man right there, he's professional. And y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother Young World in the building. Young World be having that laid back music, that the type of music that you can put the candles on and tell your girl, come on, let's do a little something, something. You feel me? Young World got that. He got that lay him down. He got that quiet storm for you with a little swing to it. He got that quiet storm with that swing to it. Yep. But Dubois is pushing for that fight. He's pushing for it. But since Joseph Parker didn't get the chance to fight Dubois, Turkey has more vested interest with Joseph Parker. So he's trying to put Joseph Parker in position, kind of like he did Dimitri Bivol. Like, you nigga, I can get you there. What y'all think about that? Who y'all rather see, Usyk versus Joseph Parker or Daniel Dubois? I really feel like Dubois needs his rematch because, like I said, I felt like he was unjustly. They didn't want that man to be undisputed. And you know why? He ain't got the complexion for the connection. I'm just going to tell you that now. He ain't got the complexion they wanted to be undisputed. They don't like that shit. Hell no. That was one undisputed that they was not about to give to him. Because clearly they can go back and look at, and it's funny. They got instant replay. Shout out to Oakland LDTV. They got instant replay. They're able to go back and check it. They doing all this shit for all these other fights. Why didn't they do nothing when they seen that he landed that thing on Usyk's a clear, clean shot? Why they ain't do nothing when they seen Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder in the head with an egg weight? Why is it when it's certain type of fighters, and I'm not trying to damn segregate us in boxing, but why is it when it comes down to certain type of fighters, it's always like a special privilege? How is Lomachenko fighting for a championship belt on his second fight? His second fight, he's fighting for a title belt. He gets beat and then gets to fight for a title belt on his third fight after a loss. But I smell it. The win. I feel it. Sexuality is in the building. Y'all know what time it is.
Oh my
Strong
goodness.
J. Strong J coming in the building with her Erykah Badu incense. They call incense. Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, Upper. Salute to everybody. Happy Friday. We made
Did
it.
you look it up too, Key? What I told you about the Erykah Badu incense?
No, I'm not going to look that up. I refuse. Shout out to her, but no thank you. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. Happy I hope y'all having a good day. Salute to y'all beautiful families. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us. Shout out to our playback gang and the people that's listening in the background, from Jermaine Wood to Miss Joette, Cash Crypto. Salute to Upper, his beautiful wife and family. Shout out to y'all. Hey, Miss Joette. Hey, I just woke you up, Queen. Salute to Mike. Hey, bruh. Hey, Slogan. Supreme Cam. Creole, what up? The beautiful Queen of Raina. Mr. Pride, good to see you. Slogan, you already cutting up, child. Hey, Andy. Young World, I hope that you're having wonderful travels. Please be safe out there, King. Windy City, we can't catch a break, can we, in Chicago with this weather?
It's hot as shit here. How's it up there?
We keep fluctuating from hot to cold, always.
Yes, it's hot as shit. It's hot as shit today.
I wish. I can't wait. I promise you, I never complain about the weather in the summertime ever, because I love the summer so much. I can't stand it, but I'm here. Midwest born and bred.
I'd rather be cold than hot, because if I'm cold, I can put on more clothes. But when you hot, it ain't really shit you can fucking do.
I love it. Salute to track. Hey, 327.
You just like to get naked. That's all.
Anyways, whatever. Hey, opulent. I see you, Queen. No, we didn't get snow. No, we haven't gotten snow yet. We don't know. You know, with Chicago, I mean, Midwest weather in general, you don't know what you're gonna get until the day of, pretty much.
Like
That's
a
how I've
box
been
of
acting.
chocolates. Yeah, like a box of chocolates.
Yes, exactly. And I do want to say to the people of Ohio and Indiana, my thoughts and prayers are with you guys. They got hit with some tornadoes yesterday, upper, that went through some of the cities out there. So I'm praying. I'm very grateful that a woman that's like my second grandmother, she is okay out there in Ohio. So
Her.
upper, come on. I don't want to see this. Thank you, upper. Thank you so much.
That wasn't for you, Key. I was showing the chat.
Okay, thank you.
She got a whole website, but look at the name of it though. That's crazy.
Well, that's Erica Badu. And I also want to dedicate my portion of the show to unity, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot going on in this world. It's so much going on. And I just want to continue to emphasize that we are stronger together. Stop letting the media, politics, and everything continue to divide us. We are stronger together. And the words of Big Mama, okay? And
You must have
Soul
heard
Food.
my aunt's story, huh?
No, in soul food, she said, you put all your fingers together and make a fist, is gonna be a mighty blow. So I just want to emphasize unity. Don't let all this stuff that's going on, man, cloud y'all judgment and let them paint narratives for you guys. Okay. Please, let's just not do that. Salute to the beautiful Queen Ty. So let me ask you right now. I know you're being big. Yes, we're getting a story this evening. Yes, we are. It's a really good story that is ongoing. Yeah. So
See, Key, before you came in,
mhm.
I told a story about the man that I seen. He put 100 black trap jaw ants in a jar, right? And he put 100 red fire ants in a jar. And the ants was in the jar getting along just fine and everything, right? They was just all just walking around, just smelling each other and everything, wasn't doing shit for like 20 minutes. Then the man picked up the jar and shook it. And once he shook it, the ants started attacking each other and killing each other. And that's why I said, motherfuckers be fighting the wrong people. The ants started killing each other because the man shook up the jar. And I said, we all ants in the jar being shook up. Yeah, Oakland, she been sending them incense for a minute. They talking about the 25th anniversary of the motherfuckers. I'm like, damn, 25 years of selling. Never mind. Selling that strong J.
Lord have mercy. So
that's
nope. 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 And I swear to God, if you buy them, I'm telling. Nope, upper. No.
Man, you think my wife would let another smell in the house?
But you might try to sneak it though. You might try to sneak it in now.
She gonna be like, whose tuna fish is sitting out?
Hey, Richie.
Because I'm gonna tell you one thing I realized about women. Us men, we might can't smell the woman. Like it might have smelled all decent with us, you know. We might not have had no tangeray to it. We call it twang, a little twangeray. It might didn't have no twangeray when we thought so, but your woman knows. Your woman knows. She can smell it. I don't know what it is. They got heightened sense. I guess y'all smell the pheromones or something. Our boogie salute. But, and I'm just gonna say this for all the players out there, because I'm not a player no more, but I'm gonna help y'all out. If you ever do anything, use rubbing alcohol. Wipe yourself down with rubbing alcohol. When it dry off, it has your own natural scent back there. It gets away every other smell, you're good. You won't have no scent. You won't have no soap scent. You won't have no, you just took a shower scent. It'll be your own body. That alcohol cleans you up and it has no smell.
Thank you, Upper.
Y'all welcome.
Thank you so much for that help.
I used to keep me a bottle of rubbing alcohol.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, speaking of the smell, I'm smelling another duck tail that we got to add to the list. My goodness. What is going on?
Talk about Brian Norman?
Brian Norman. My God, Brian.
I've been having a duck tail. You was the one that tried to hit over that.
Man, Brian is hurting my heart. I'm like, bro, come on now. So
giving these punk ass niggas the benefit of the doubt. I be telling you these niggas. I told you.
Yes, bro. Hey, Philly. Thank Supreme says she smell everything. Period. Now, this is coming. Brian just put on a spectacular performance. We can't take that away from him. I was a little nervous for him in this fight, but he handled it very well. I thought that was an excellent test and a great defense of his belt. I won't take that away from him. But Brian,
Okay, Miss Louise. Okay.
oh, I know that's right, Queen.
Okay,
Now,
fruit salad.
thank you, Upper. So Brian, Brian has came out and said that gosh, I don't even want to read this. Y'all finna, okay, here we go. Anger management, be ready. Upper, be ready.
We always on deck. We always
Okay.
on deck.
He says that a trip to Japan to fight Jen Sasaki is worth more money than a Boots fight. And that could be his next fight on ESPN. Now, we remember
That's an undercard fight.
Jen Sasaki was waiting for Brian after the fight, right? And they were
gonna get $1 million to fight Jen Sasaki.
So it's looking like, we could be getting Brian Norman Jr. versus Jen Sasaki before we get Boots. What we got for that, y'all?
I hope Jen beat his ass.
Upper,
I hope
why
Jen
not?
whip his ass.
I want Boots versus Brian.
He sat there. Man, this nigga sitting here. This nigga scared.
He not. I don't think he's scared. Do you think
that nigga scared?
You think he's scared for real?
He not gonna get no. He's not gonna get $1 million to fight Jen Sasaki. Nigga, that fight's gonna be at 4:00 in the goddamn morning. Nigga, you getting your base pay of 100-some thousand. You not fighting Inoue, nigga. You fighting Jen Sasaki, dog. Like, nigga, if you're scared, say you're scared. Come on, man. We lying to the fans. Like, exactly, Miss Joette. That nigga scared.
My God. So I'm just so we have to add him.
I've been adding him. You the only one that didn't add him. I added him. He turned down 18 times his biggest payday. Like when he turned down 18 times his biggest payday, because like I said, that nigga ain't never get over $100,000 before Eddie Hearn said it. They was giving that man 1.8. That was 18 times his biggest payday. Salute to Lee Jackson in the building. Salute. You don't want 18 times your biggest payday, but how could you say a fight with Jen Sasaki is more money than a unification bout with Boots? Like, nigga, that shit don't even compute.
That Japan, I guess Japan might pay him more, Upper.
Okay, you know what Elvis Rodriguez got to fight? I mean, not Elvis Rodriguez. What's the nigga name that beat Antonio Russell name? The nigga that beat the shit out of Antonio Russell. And in a way stopped that man.
Shoot.
And he just got beat, and he just got robbed against the undefeated Japanese fighter over there. Not Puello. It's a small guy. He like 122. And he just got robbed over there. He just got robbed over there by an undefeated 10-0 Japanese fighter. Because they was fighting for a belt. At 118.
Is he Hispanic? What was the guy name?
The one that was talking shit to Inoue's dad. Remember the one that pushed Inoue's dad?
Why can't I think of his name right now? Let me
pull it up. I used to have his name in my head. I be forgetting these damn names.
Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Yeah, Emmanuel. What I say? I said Elvis Rodriguez, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, Emmanuel Rodriguez. Emmanuel Rodriguez is a former champion. He went over there to fight Naoya Inoue, a bigger name than Jen Sasaki. He only got $300,000 for that fight. He only getting $300,000 to fight Inoue. What the fuck you think this nigga about to do? Exactly, Miss Joette. More than 1.7 million. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, that is true. Well, let's see. I mean, I gotta add him to the list, y'all. I'm officially adding.
Jen Sasaki's not making $1 million a fight. I'm looking. His last payday was $650,000.
Oh, so they finna 250 or 150, Brian.
What the fuck? His niggas paying that $650. Oh, Brian, you lying like shit, nigga. These
Yeah,
niggas slick.
they finna 250 or 150 him, maybe 300. Dang, Brian. So I gotta add him to the list, y'all. Brian Norman Jr. is ducking Boots Ennis. Dang.
And Brian, you
Dang.
been on my list, nigga. You been on my list, nigga.
Speaking of Boots, Boots said that the quote that Tank Davis said about boxing fans and media loving you, then hating you, then loving you again is all facts. He said after his performance, his last performance, they hated on him. They said all these things. And then once he fights Stanionis next week, they're going to be back on him, loving him. Do you think that boxing fans and media are a bit too bipolar, or they don't know how to pick a side?
They call fair weather fans. They only like what's hot. That's like this new generation. Like this new generation ain't got loyalty. Like I've been a Colts fan since I was a kid. Still a Colts fan. Even though we lost Peyton Manning, even though we lost my favorite football player, Marshall Faulk, and my other favorite football player, Eric Dickerson. You know, I liked the Rams when they was there, but I was always a Colt fan at heart. You know, when we lost Adrian James, when fucking Andrew Luck sat there and retired after we gave him all that goddamn money, after he took us to the playoffs every year, a little bit further each year. Like we had a championship team going behind that man, and he just left us, and now we got this motherfucker Anthony Richardson. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, whoa, Miss Joette must don't like the Colts. I can see it already. All right, Miss Joette, you're gonna get on my bad list. Exactly, the Darius Colts Nation. These niggas right here, they like whoever damn good at the time, man. Like these people right here, these fans, they don't have no loyalty. Like they like LeBron James. Like you know, you with Cleveland, then you with Miami, then you with Cleveland, then you with the Lakers. You ain't see Jordan going to 25,000 different teams. You feel me? Like even the basketball players ain't got. Shout out to Steph Curry, staying with his team. That's what goats do. They stay with where they start from. You feel me? Like shout out to D Wade, his sweet and spicy ass. He might be motherfucking sweet and sour pork, but his ass stayed with Miami. You feel me?
Thank you, Upper.
Well, we all know that nigga sweet and sour pork. He passed some of it down to his son / whatever the fuck that shit is.
Hey, Darius. Well, what I mean, but I do agree with that, Upper. I do agree with that. I feel like 1 minute they're on. I mean, we've seen it in real time these past couple years.
The Earl fans.
Yeah, the Earl fans. No, I can't even say this because the Earl fans are fading.
Best friend, the whole time I was making all these Earl Spence videos before the fight. You can go in any motherfucking. Well, I know that real. We talking about it as fans, real. We're not talking about the team. I mean, the players. But you can go in any chat, tops in any chat room the whole time, the whole 3 years leading up to the fight. That damn water drinking bitch nigga, him, Rick Timms.
Upper, you're going in and out.
No, I said Rick Timms that drink more nut, and there's another dude. They was Bud fans. I didn't see no more Bud fans than them. Then when Earl Spence lost, then everybody was a Bud fan. I'm like, nah, y'all just didn't like Earl. Y'all was on Earl's dick till Earl lost. Like everybody waited till Earl fell. Everybody waited till the king fall and want to kick him. Like everybody was bobbing and busting their nose to Drake. Motherfuckers was out there in the clubs doing the tootsie fucking slide. And they were doing the tootsie fucking slide. And that's my fucking wife calling. She do this every time. But they were doing the tootsie slide. And then when Kendrick fell down there, it's my eater. You know, nah, Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison and again, they stayed with the team, bro.
Salute all things. Hey, and salute to the named Upper. Okay, so those gentlemen that you named, Upper, when the hero stumbles, the cowards rejoice. Yeah, so I do see what Boots is talking about, but I think that we could see that in real time these past couple years with Devin versus Shakur versus Tank. Now we got to put in Keyshawn Davis in the picture. And we're seeing that when Tank have one off night, and now here come, these fans are joining together. We're seeing a lot of misinformation. We are seeing even hit pieces being done, and it's like, whoa, where the heck did this even come from? Hey ho boy. So I definitely get where Boots Ennis is coming from with that quote. Once you have a bad performance or you lose, they done. But once you get back into the win or you look good in your next performance, then they back loving you again. It's crazy. But we should have seen this. I mean, we see it's not just in boxing, it's in basketball, it's in football. You know what I'm saying? Like after Patrick Mahomes lost the Super Bowl, everybody, Patrick is not this and Patrick is not that. Now, when that boy come back killing stuff again next year, I don't want to hear nothing. Okay? I don't want to hear it. Y'all could talk about the Bulls and the Bears, but when we get that one season, I don't want to hear none. I'm going to tell y'all to stay over there. Hey, Lewis, y'all stay over there. Don't come over here room for the Bulls and the Bears. Don't do that. Okay? Yeah, Desmond. Hey, Desmond. You feel me? Leave us Bulls and Bears fans alone. We are gonna do it, Supreme. Don't trip. We gonna do it. We gonna make it. Y'all know I'm standing on that. Now, it might not happen in my 30s, but my 40s, we definitely doing something. Salute to the beautiful Queen Ashley's Corner. Hey, Queen, make sure y'all subscribe to my girl channel. Okay, so I definitely get what Boots is coming from with that. Speaking of, they like you and then they love you. I mean, they hate you and then they love you. Oscar De La Hoya is not showing any love to Dana White. He posted a picture with Dana White holding up the sign, "I love clap back Thursdays." So that leads me to know that Oscar De La Hoya clap back is about to be absolutely legendary. Okay, whatever he finna clap back on. He done already called Dana White a woman beater. So Oscar is basically letting the gloves off slowly but surely. But I got a feeling upper in chat, he finna cuss Dana White and them out. Y'all know once you start messing with Oscar Snow Money, it's a problem. You feel me? When you start messing with Oscar Mansion Money, the money he could use to be throwing on his fights in the back of his yard, everybody getting cussed out. Everybody getting cussed out. Tim Bradley have a love-hate relationship with Tank too. Yes, he does. I don't know why. Y'all know why, because Tank said he didn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Hey Brian, the king of the chat. How you doing, King? It's officially my birthday weekend. Hey, happy birthday, Brian. Everybody tell Brian, one of our day ones, happy birthday. Happy birthday. You are an Aries. I see it. Yes, I see it, Lord. Wait a minute. Are you an Aries? Yeah, you an Aries. Yup, you an Aries. Woo. I get it now. Hey, Andy. Good to see you, King. Happy birthday, Brian, the king of the chat. And then speaking of clapbacks, Turkey Ala Sheik. Remember I said that the invite for May 2nd, the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney card is invite only to the people that he specifies. Well, people from independent boxing media and other boxing media companies and other people who thought that they were in, basically, are facing the wrath of Turkey, y'all. He is allegedly denying press passes for the May 2nd Fatal Fury Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero fight. Now, this is coming on the helms of there still being some logistic issues, how they're going to pull this off. There's no tickets. It's a invite only of up to 300 people. And on top of that, there has been no marketing for this fight whatsoever. This is the quietest I've ever seen Ryan and Rolly leading up to a fight. Ryan had more gump for Oscar Duarte. And we all know what he did for the Devin Haney fight. You feel me? But Ryan talked more stuff to Oscar Duarte than he's doing to Rolly. Rolly ain't even said nothing. Rolly has only been posting videos of him fighting. Devin has been posting pictures and videos of his new shape. And Teofimo Lopez has dropped a song and did the salsa with some girl, beautiful queen, back-to-back days. Okay. So that is the marketing for this fight. And now it is being alleged that the people that can get this fight out there, the ones that have the big following, the ones that, you know what I'm saying, have a name, trusted sources and everything, the ones that we see at the fights already, they have been denied boxing credentials for this fight. Hey, General. Hey, Malik, good to see you, King. Again, I say this card is not happening. Desmond, now I don't know. Yeah, I'll booger up to 300 people. It's an invite only. Turkey has to invite you. And so I'm only speculating, but I don't think that the majority of those people are going to make up, the way it's looking, is not going to make up the boxing people that we know, the boxing commentators and everyone, the journalists, the writers, etc., the ones that do the interviews. Is looking like we won't have them there. So just another wrench in the plans of this Fatal Fury, Ryan Garcia, and Rolly Romero card. I don't know what's going on, but yes, Ty, he is denying access to everyone. Drive safely, General. Keep your eyes on the roads. Hey, Kawhi. Good to see you, King. I hope everything is okay with you, King. Once again, Turkey don't care about boxing fans. Absolutely. Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, Turkey, in my opinion, is looking for a dictator role in boxing. If you aren't down with what he says, he don't want you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you are, like, one thing I could say about the PBC them, unless you were blatant, you know what I'm saying? And the caller and the fighters will call you out on some of the things that you were saying. The PBC pretty much welcomes everybody. It's not uncommon to see YSM Sports Media, shout out to him, Cigar Talk, shout out to him, Brunch Boxing, shout out to them. Who else? Boxing Scene. You get what I'm saying? Now, they all might put together stories, or they might interview fighters who have maybe a grievance against PBC or a grievance against Top Rank or whatever the case may be. One thing that they don't do to PBC and Top Rank and even Pro Box, they won't, once they publish the article, those people are still able to go back to the fights and still do their job and get access. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not understanding like why Turkey is dictating who and what they can and what they cannot say. I don't like that. I really don't like that. It's April 4th, and where are they fighting? They're supposed to be fighting in Times Square. In other words, Flu, Flood, and TFTT ain't invited. Yes. So Ryan or Rolly will get knocked out in New York in front of stars because Turkey gonna pay for 300 stars to come and watch. Yes. I bet his little minion Bud will be there. More than likely, yes. Possibly, because Bud is one of Turkey ambassadors, along with Hamza Sherez. Ty can't even say that if they don't have a permit and the fight takes place in a month. They have, okay, so they have a permit for up to. So what Turkey, remember, Desmond, what Turkey was trying to do was go back to the, let me pull it up. It was the Times Square boxing event in the 1900s. I want to say it was like 1930 or so. Not that one. It was like in the it was the 20th century, that I do know. And they had, it was 1921, excuse me. And they had over 100,000 people, right, that showed up for this fight. But it's not uncommon because they had one in 1909 at a theater. They were just having events everywhere. So what he's trying to do is bring that spectacle back to the public. So we see the Times Square, we see the Alcatraz, and remember he has the fight that he's trying to do in front of the Eiffel Tower. Okay, those are just the three off the top of my head I can name for y'all. And he's trying to mirror what happened in the 1900s, but we forget we had a significantly less population in the 1900s in America. That's number one. And those dates were before the Great Depression. And right now we're currently going through some things, you know, politically, that's affecting us economically as far as right now goes. And then on top of that, Times Square, I think Times Square is one of the most populated cities slash attractions in America. I think they're what, top 3, right, Desmond? Now, I'm not from New York. Oh, Arena and Ashley, I hope you guys feel better, Queen. I hope y'all feel better. Make sure y'all drink y'all plenty of fluid, some tea, you feel me? Get you some honey and nut, leave the sugar and stuff alone. Don't put no sugar in the tea. I hope y'all feel better, Queens. But hey, Rod. So that's what he's trying to mimic, but it's going to be a very different story now. So he has the permit for up to 300, but he was not able to get the permit because remember when he originally came out, he said he wanted to mimic that number of the 1900s, right? Of the Times Square fight in the 1900s. That was thousands of people. We cannot do that right now. That an event of that magnitude, a boxing event of that magnitude will at least require a year or two in planning. Okay, a year or two in planning, especially because you're going against the Mother's Day parade. You're going to go against the whatever type of political activist movements that are going to be happening this summer because they gearing up. You're going to go against around that time. You got the Juneteenth celebration. You got the Native American celebration. You got Haiti celebration because you know New York is a quote unquote melting pot. All type of different cultures in there. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even get started on the Greek brothers and sisters out there in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many people. So whoever is behind the logistics of this event did not account for that. All of those events happening in the summer upper and then and basically ruining the March 2nd Fatal Fury event. And now he's saying he is canceling boxing media credentials that they can't come to those events now. And they're on social media upset about it, expressing their upset.
I had to switch devices. I didn't know if that was me or you that kept going out like that.
I think it was you because I think they heard me. Did you hear what I'm saying?
Huh?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard what you said until I was cussing out the daggone mechanics.
Oh my Lord.
So check this out, right? On my wife's BMW, right? The air conditioner, unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pulley on it broke off. So it stopped. The pulley broke. So you know the part like $750 and it's like $1,000 for labor and shit, right? So if your air conditioning unit mess up, then you know the belt, it turns the alternator and everything on the BMW. It turns the alternator and it's the air conditioner pulling all that. So your battery won't churn. So you know your stuff gonna go dead. So your car won't crank, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had already got to put on a machine before we went up there because we got a machine so we can know what's wrong with the cars. You know, so because if anybody ever know, and I feel sorry for women. Shout out to my black women. Shout out to all the women out there because y'all have it bad when y'all don't have a man in y'all life and y'all try to go get stuff done at the auto shops. These are some crooked ass people. Like they will take advantage of a female and they just try to take advantage of my wife. And I'm like, bro, don't make me come down there after I get off my show because it's going to be a damn problem. Bro, I know what's wrong with the thing. I just can't fix it. They was trying to tell her she had engine problems and all. No, bro. The machine did not say that. It's the air conditioning. You got to replace the whole thing. I already know how to mark it, how to price it. I understand, bro. Just do that. Leave the engine alone. Salute to my man Thomas Hill. I heard you a couple. A little bit over there on the Crush the Legend over there, Thomas. You said I should have sent the man with her, Ashley. I'm not sending my wife no damn where. You feel me, Ashley? Nah, we had it towed to the shop. My wife, the one that called it. Exactly, frequent. And I told them, and I had to tell them who I was, frequent. I say, if anything messed up on my wife's car, besides what it was that showed up on that machine, then I said y'all might have to relocate y'all business. And they was like, "What you mean?" I said, "Let the car be messed up. I spent enough money on that damn car. Let it be messed up." Yeah, Ashley, I got two sons, Ashley, and I got a 16-year-old daughter. But my wife called them after I talked to the dude already, Ashley, and I had the car sent up there. Like the car got towed up to the shop. My wife didn't go up there, but they called my other phone, and my wife answered the phone, and she was talking to the people because it's her car. She wanted to talk to them, and when she was talking to them, they was trying to run game on her. So that's why she just called me on the other phone because she hear I'm in my damn man cave right now. So she called me because she knew not to open the door when I'm doing what I'm doing.
Okay, so hey Terrell, good to see you, King. All things my right hand salute, King. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep an eye on this fight. The gift that keeps on giving. I don't know what Turkey is doing. I think it's a mistake to limit access to those media companies. Whether you like what they say or not, it's still bringing the marketing to these fights, and you're setting a dangerous precedence for yourself. So hopefully he gets that changed up soon, because it's not like fans are going to even be able to buy tickets at this point. But anyways, on to the next one outside of Turkey. Fabio Wardley and Big Baby Miller are finalizing a deal for a 12-round heavyweight fight on June 7th in England. How do we like this fight? Big Baby Miller coming back, y'all. How we like Big Baby Miller? Now remember, Big Baby, he got beat up.
I hope he wearing a bra this time.
Yeah, or that he loses.
I'm not trying to see a man's titties flapping everywhere. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm not trying to see. Like, that shit was damn disgusting, dog. Like, come on, man. Like, that man was flopping around like he had damn double C's, man. 38 double C's. I ain't trying to see that, bro. That is not what's on my bucket list.
Well, who do you got in this fight? Because that's a very interesting fight.
I'm not even watching the fight, but I'd probably take Wardley. You know, well, Wardley's a damn a Brit, so I'd probably take Big Baby. It depends on if he eating glizzies or not.
Or do you think that Big Baby should lose some weight for this fight? Because remember, his last bout, he was pretty overweight.
That's how he's been. He's always been overweight, but he was on that shit, so he had energy. Like, he ain't got no power. We see he ain't got no damn power. Like, that's what I'm saying. Ever since Big Baby has been stopped the juice, he ain't been looking like shit, bro. Like, he really hasn't. He really hasn't looked like nothing. And can we get 5 people to support the grind for the day? Ain't nobody support the grind for the day? On this nice Shabbat, this holy day, can we get 5 people to support the grind for the day? You get the Cash App or PayPal. But yeah, Rod Walker, that shit right there, I can't. And happy birthday weekend to my brother Brian the King Falcone in the building. But yeah, I can't watch shit like that. Like, that reminds you of the dude that was in Baltimore City that was like, hold up, wait a minute, something not right. Because you remember, James Dunnigan Salute, you remember that dude that they charged him with indecent exposure. Remember the dude that was like, hold up, wait a minute, something just ain't right. You know, he got charged in Baltimore, Key, because he was jogging without a shirt.
Oh.
You didn't know about that, Key?
No, I did not. Hey, Thomas.
Yeah, it's the dude that be like, you be seeing the thing. Shout out to my brother Fight Game in the building. He be having a cut that be like, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. Yeah, that was that dude right there. He was right. He was jogging without a shirt on, and when he was jogging out without a shirt, 2019 Kawhi, he was jogging without a shirt, and they got him for decent exposure twice. They charged him for each titty. For each titty key, they charged that man.
Thank you, Upper. Hey, Fight Game. Thank you, Upper.
That he said it in the thing.
My goodness. Now that's messed up. Well, I'm excited to see Fabio Wardley and Big Baby Miller on June 7th. Upper.
Thomas, you know he was on the juice. Why you think he got suspended?
Hey, Zach.
Thomas talking about he was on the juice. You know that nigga was on the juice. He got suspended. I hope Thomas joking, bro.
My God. Anyways, speaking of on the juice, Bill Haney has came out and criticized Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya said in an interview the other day that Devin Haney is shot. He's a shot fighter.
I believe him.
I'm sorry. He's a
what
shot.
you sorry for?
Because that's not right. We don't know what Devin Haney is looking like. Okay, like we're just y'all got to stop.
Give me 1 second, bitch. Let me get 1 second, Key.
Go ahead. Snoopy, hey.
Baltimore City Police have charged a man, 31-year-old Dwayne Townsend, is charged with indecent exposure and disorderly conduct on several occasions dating back to November of 2018.
And you see, that's day. I want to come outside with my shirt off, and I was just jogging, trying to get my body back in shape. And all of a sudden, I get hit stick like I'm on Madden. Just boom. It scared the hell out of me. I was so scared, y'all. I didn't on myself. And I'm talking about I was wet.
Okay, why did he have to say all that?
I was better. Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. What you want me to do? I'm a man. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. What you want me to do? I'm a man. You want me to put on a bra? Man. And, I just came out of court, and they just gave me 2 court dates.
Hold on, Key. I got the thing. Let me switch this device. Hold up.
It scared the hell out of me. I was so scared, y'all. I didn't on myself.
Oh my God, why he had to say all that?
Bad, I'm drinking a bottle of water. Okay? And to myself, I said indecent exposure. What you want me to do? I'm a man. You want me to put on a bra? Man, that bra strap will snap like a bungee cord. Just go. And, I just came out of court, and they just gave me 2 court dates. 1 for each titty.
I'm sorry. It's not a fantastic.
They got the news about
I'm sorry. I can't. Baltimore City Police have charged a man.
Key got the damn news announcer laugh. He said I was running. They hit stick. he said, boom, I got hit with the hit stick. If you play Madden, you get hit with the hit stick. That's what
Oh my God.
He said he hit me so hard I pissed myself. He said I'm talking about I was wet too. He said like a blue whale sitting in the bubble bath drinking wine.
He was funny. He didn't have to do all that. Lord, hey D1. Make sure I like subscribe to my boy D1 channel. Hey Planet. Oh my God. But anyways, Oscar De La Hoya said, and I quote, "I feel Devin Haney is a shot fighter after what Ryan Garcia did to him. So Bill Haney said the only thing that is shot is Oscar De La Hoya's face full of Botox and fillers. Not a A Wrinkle
No,
on
he
the Golden
didn't.
Girl. That was an old nasty read.
I thought
That
you was
was
talking
a
about Oscar's
Southern
wife.
read.
That was Oscar's wife. And
Nah, 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 nah.
shout out to my brother Fight Game with the $10 holler in the cash app. Peace and blessings. He say appreciate you, King. And shout out to Miss Letitia Murphy for the $5 and always coming through. Y'all make sure y'all support the angry white men up in there. My nigga be getting down.
Upper, you going out again, sir. Switch back to the other
His
device.
shorts. He be having some funny ass shorts.
Upper, switch back to the other device. But yeah, so that was the old Southern read that Bill Haney just gave to Oscar De La Hoya, and I have to agree. Now we can talk about Oscar White. Well, y'all can, but Oscar has had a lot of work done. He got fake abs. He had a facelift. He gets Botox injections. He's gotten lip fillers. And I think that Oscar's gotten a few little hair plugs put in. So that was an accurate read by Bill now, Upper in chat. That was an accurate read by Bill.
You know what I realized, Key? Like whenever I try to share from the pad, I have to still share from the computer. But see, I get off the computer because when I'm on the computer, they say they can't hear me. You say I can't hear. But if I try to share from the computer and I'm on the pad, it'll start blitzing out. That's why I had to switch back to the computer when I played it, so it can stop glitching out. If not, it'll keep going and cutting out. It's a lot. It's a lot.
He said Oscar got a BBL. I don't think he got a BBL, but I do know he got. I do see the fillers. I see the fillers. I see the Botox.
I thought he was talking about Oscar's wife.
Oh my God.
She don't even look human. She look like a pissed off ant.
Upper.
Well, maybe a queen ant. She like a queen ant about to go out for her nuptial flights.
Upper, that's not nice, nah. That's not nice. That's not nice, okay? Just be nice. Now, y'all mean. Now, anyways, Bill Haney, I like the clap back, and I can't wait to see them two go at it. Hopefully that lawsuit gets dropped so that them two could go ahead and fight, y'all. Up next, Daniel Dubois is doubling down, Upper, as Usyk is, eyeing fights with all, other people recently. Daniel Dubois said, I want my fight in July at Wembley Stadium against Usyk. I want my rematch. He wants his get back, y'all. He said the Usyk fight at Wembley will be like the AJ fight, but way bigger. The biggest fight in the world. Now, I don't know. Now, in Wembley, I think it'll sell out because a lot of people felt like Dubois was robbed the first fight. That Usyk, that was not a low blow on Usyk. So I think it'll be a lot of people there. So I agree with him with that statement. But do we want Usyk versus Dubois part 2 this summer, or do we want to see them do other things first? What say you? Let me see. Usyk fears Dubois. His body quivers when he thinks of fighting Dubois.
I want Usyk Dubois now because he deserves it. I don't want them to say he aged Usyk out. None of that shit. Nah. That's the second time Usyk done got away with getting hit in the body and then motherfuckers taking away shit because the same shit happened when he fought Artur Beterbiev in the damn Olympics. He hit him with a body shot. That looked like a damn ant in the face. I ain't care what you say.
God. Upper, you have to use that on gently. You cannot.
Oh, but you just said it was wrong.
It's wrong, Upper, but I gotta be prepared too. Well, all
her lips are like her lips are like some ass cheeks.
Upper echelon.
Looks like she about to clap her lips.
Upper echelon. Don't. Hey, Mr. Boxing Fanatic.
Oscar done Build-A-Bear right there. That's a Build-A-Bear right there.
Okay, but you could tell with Oscar. Look at his cheeks, his Botox. Oscar get a lot of work done.
Gee, that right there. That's Oscar and Francois right there. That's Francois right there. He done found a little boy named Francois, and he done made Francois into that right there. Because motherfuckers might not understand, but Oscar De La Hoya is tall. Oscar De La Hoya is tall. You know that, right, Keith?
No, I did not.
Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is tall, and that motherfucker taller than Oscar.
She probably got heels on. Don't do that. She got heels on, and you know
She
her
had on
heels.
Reeboks. She had on Reeboks.
No, she didn't. My girl got on some sickness Chanel's or Giuseppe's. Period. I know she did. I know she got on some Prada. Okay, that is a rich couple right there. Do you hear me? They
Her
so
chin,
rich.
her chin look like it's tougher than Devin's right now.
Upper echelon. Them
All
two
right.
are so rich. Them two are
So tell me that motherfucker don't. So tell me you don't think Sydney Star when you look right there.
No, I don't. Now she
You don't
could
think- you
lay
don't think-
off. Now she needs to tell her plastic surgeon to lay off the cheek fillers. I will
Do
say
I have to
that.
put up a picture? Do I have to go find a picture of Sydney Star?
No, please don't. Don't do that to that. No, don't do
Okay, I'm telling you, that motherfucker look like a lighter version of Sydney Star, a Latin Sydney Star. That's motherfucking Enrique Star. That's Enrique Star.
Miss Joanne, when he bless her, he crazy about this about his wife. Or is that wait a minute, did they get married?
You know why he crazy about it? You want me to tell you why?
Why?
Shakur told you. Shakur told you why he crazy.
Oh, come on, Upper.
But it ain't a finger, though. But it ain't a finger.
Okay. Oh my God.
That's why he's crazy about it. That's why he's crazy about it. You see how that segue into that? That's why he crazy. I know what it is. I know what it is.
Her name is Holly Sanders, and actually, she was a former Fox Sports broadcaster. Boom. And they're just dating, but boom.
Exactly, Toussaint. I just couldn't say it. That nigga, Oscar De La Hoya and his girl acting like they Jeezy on them boys in the hood go anywhere for profit. You know? Oscar said there, he said, we ain't tripping, we swap it out. Yeah. We ain't tripping, we'll swap it out. Ain't that what Jeezy said? Jeezy. That's what Oscar said. Oscar said, we ain't tripping, we swap it out. If it's still in a wrapper, we'll swap it out.
Thank you, Upper. Thank you guys so much. Hey, to the beautiful Queen 2 Cents. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to my girl channel. My goodness. My goodness. Well, she did get Oscar's face tattooed on her, though.
Yeah, and I bet never mind, I'm not gonna say it.
Be quiet. Be quiet. So, anyways, back to Daniel Dubois and Usyk. Summer fight. Do we want it right away?
Yes, sir. Why wait?
Next year.
Give that man his undisputed. Because they trying to take it away from him anyway, so give him the undisputed.
Okay, I'm with you. Hey, Terrell. Hey, JTM. Good to see you, Kings. Up next. Do you guys think that Tim Tszyu is done? People are speculating, including Eddie Hearn, that Tim Tszyu might not be the same. Now we know that he fights on Saturday at 2 a.m. in Australia against Joey Spencer. Are we smelling upset here between Tim Tszyu and Joey Spencer? Could Joey Spencer pull it off? I mean, that was a beating that he took. Now Bakram did demolish Tim Tszyu now, and that's my boy.
Hey,
I like
shout out to my brother, Mr. Livingstone, in the Cash App with the $5 holler. He said we be cracking them up. I mean, we try, man. You know, well, actually, we don't try. We just speak it real, and it just comes into existence. You know, you can't like he said, you can't fake authentic. You feel me? You can't motherfucking copy real. But I'm gonna tell you like exactly, Planet 619. Even if Tim Tszyu is shot, Joey Spencer just is shot because Jesus Ramos put a Shishko pile up on that nigga, dog. Like that nigga beat that nigga ass, Key. You seen that that Jesus Ramos versus Joey Spencer. Joey Spencer was undefeated. And that man got beat like back child support, Key. Like shit. Like, nigga, you been running from the government for 18 years, and now you just hit the lottery. They just beat your ass. They give me all that back South Sport.
We all remember that infamous night. He did. Jesus Ramos did. My God.
Hey, Rod Walker. He ain't just victimized that man, bro. Man, Jesus Ramos touched Joey Spencer like a pedo holler. You feel me?
Oh my God, Upper.
He touched him just like one key. He was touching all over that man, dog.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to
I said no.
Spencer.
I said no. I said Joey, don't do it.
Yeah, he beat the brakes on him.
I was like, Joey, don't do it.
Okay,
don't you let him down.
So we still riding with
That man was undefeated, and they fed that undefeated ass to undefeated Ramos. It was a class of undefeatedness, but his undefeatedness was not as good as his undefeatedness. So his undefeatedness got put under that man's feet. That man put him under his feet. He stepped on that nigga. Rough.
Thank you, Upper. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Andy.
He was in there raw, getting dug out.
Hey, TM.
Raw. Ain't that what your boy say? Ain't that what that dude? Here, just take my balls. He was getting dug out raw.
Thank you, Upper. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. That's why he got laid out again. Thank you, Andy. Thank you guys so much. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so we're all riding with Tim Tszyu for the weekend, right? At least we know that one. I'm still riding with my pick, Tim Tszyu. I think Tim Tszyu knows what time it is. I think that he realized that if he loses this time, like that's it. It's gonna be a hard, tough road back. I don't know. Ramos' hands and feet and belt took Spencer. Okay, thank you, Rod. Thank you guys so much. So anyways, Upper, in chat, if you are looking to go to the Conor Benn and Chris Eubank fight on April 26th, Turkey Al-Sheikh is asking you guys to send them your best 10 to 15 second shadow boxing video for a chance to win tickets to that or the Times Square event on May 2nd with travel and accommodations for the Ryan Garcia fight. So what you have to do is post your video on social media, tag Ring Magazine, and use the hashtag Shadow Boxing Ring Magazine to win 2 free tickets to Conor Benn and Chris Eubank or the Ryan Garcia fight. Yeah.
So what if you in America? Are they gonna give you the plane tickets too, or you gotta pay for those?
Okay, so he did not specify that.
You goddamn right. Them damn tickets ain't worth more than the plane tickets, you dumbass. And it's funny how you doing that because most of the Ring Magazine subscribers and fans are in America. Like that's stupid as fuck. Like most of the people are in America, so you're gonna pay like 8 times more than what the fucking tickets are worth. Like what the fuck type shit is that? They're gonna make more money off you buying the tickets than buying the fight because that fight is not gonna be more than $25 fucking ass dollars. The front row seats might be 50 pounds. Might be 50 fucking pounds. Shout out to my brother Jawan in the Cash App with the $5 holler. Appreciate you, King, for supporting on this Shabbat. I appreciate everybody supporting on this holy day right here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you for supporting the grind. But yeah, like, you know how much a flight to England cost?
About $1,000.
Non-stop is like $2,500. And that's for economy. That's non-stop economy. Now, if you want to get some layovers, you can bring that price down. But you're not trying to spend time in Istanbul or Shreveport, Louisiana, or Topanga, Greenland. No, you're trying to go straight there. So you're going to pay at least a quarter of $10,000 to watch this bum ass fight. Nigga, fuck your tickets. Give me the money for the tickets, damn it. Do some cash giveaways, nigga. We don't want these punk ass tickets. Now I'm gonna watch the fight because he got slapped that damn egg. He scrambled the eggs on that nigga. But it ain't worth me spending $2,500 to go watch it. I rather watch it in front of the big screen, Keith.
Well, speaking of the big screen, Deontay Wilder. Woo!
Boo this man.
Oh my God. Whatever. Well, we know Deontay is coming back, period. In a couple months. And Deontay Wilder said, upper and chat, period, that he is about to unify the heavyweight division. Woo!
Man, that nigga can't beat nobody in the top 10. Hey, Calcula said, you think I'll win if I do a video punch and jive turkey look like? I can tell y'all, if y'all really want to win, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what to do to win. And I'm about to tell y'all exactly what to do to win, right? All you gotta do is get you a robe, act like you a fake turkey out of shitty, right?
Oh my God.
And what'd you say, Key?
I said, oh my God.
You don't even know what the fuck I'm about to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Act like you taking a shit. Act like you wiping your hand with your left hand. And then act like you got somebody shaking your left hand. He'll get it. You shitting on and say shitting on the competition. Wipe your hand with your left hand and then shake the next boxer's hand. And make them hold a hand and take a picture while you're doing the video. That'll get you the tickets right there, because Turkey gonna be like, oh yes, he's a visionary. He sees that we like to put the poo-poo platter on these people. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And shout out to my guy Big Dog Willie in the building. Nurses Need Love 2 in the building. Big Dog Willie.
Hey, Big Dog. Lord Jesus. Oh my God. Anyways, back to Deontay Wilder. Now, Deontay Wilder is number 12 in the WBC. Woo!
Nurse Betty.
What?
Nurse Betty.
Leave Big Dog Willie and all the nurses alone. But anyways, so
I wasn't even talking. See, I wouldn't even mess with Big Dog Willie. I was talking about Nurse Betty, and I was talking about Damon Wayans on Major Payne when he opened his eyes. He said, "Nurse Betty." You know, see, you don't want to say Big Dog, so why are you bringing up Big Dog Willie? See, that wasn't even me this time.
Y'all keep messing with my friend.
No, I did not. I said no. I came out when he first came in. I said nurses need love too, because I know nurses be getting all that groupie love up in the damn hospitals. I know. I know what's going on.
Are we excited that Deontay
No,
Wilder?
we're not fucking excited. That's why we're talking about something else. Because don't want to talk about Deontay Wilder.
I want to talk about it. So he is number 12 in the WBC, sir, which is held by, of course, Usyk, and Ajit Kabiel is the intern. So we got Lawrence Okoli, AJ, Fabio Wardley, he's fighting. AJ lined up. Efe Ajabo lined up.
If I was Big Baby Miller, I'd fight Deontay Wilder right now.
Well, what about Frank Sanchez? Frank Sanchez is number 7 after Deontay Wilder fights in the summer.
Frank Sanchez will beat the fuck out. He'll beat the fuck out of Deontay Wilder.
Oh, come on, Upper. He just got stopped by Ajit and ain't been back since, I don't believe.
Guess what? Wilder will be the perfect comeback fight. It's a sure win for him. Shout out to A1 Hoops. He said she don't know nothing about that. She don't know nothing about that.
Hey,
Nurse
A1.
Nurse in the closet, know nothing about that. Third shift, know nothing about that. Doctors in the thing, pulling in the nurses, pumping in the thing, know nothing about that.
Thank you, Upper. What about Martin Bakoli for a possible Deontay Wilder fight if Martin Bakoli can win his next fight?
All them people knocks Wilder the fuck out.
Upper, why can't you give him a chance? His arm was broken.
Okay, Big Bang Zane gave him a chance and spent that nigga around like he had a tutu on. I thought Wilder was wearing a dress and he flashed his panties the way he flipped around like that. He was spinning like a nigga was holding him up in a pirouette. He was flashing ass before he went down, damn it.
Oh, come on, Upper. Deontay Wilder, he was fighting with a broken arm. He didn't even know it was broke. That
if he was fighting with a broken arm, he would never do a fucking punch with that arm. We're not going for that shit. His arm probably was broke when he landed.
Whatever. You guys are
That nigga got spent like he was on Dirty Dancing. And Big Bang Zane was Patrick Swayze in this bitch.
Whatever, Upper. Whatever. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. I am very excited for his return in a couple months. And I believe in him that he is going to unify the heavyweight division. I'm with it.
Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up, stand up. It's one mic, one sound, Key. That nigga spent around like it was one mic and one sound. Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up. Man, Wilder got as much chance to come back winning like Shakur coming back and beating the power puncher. It just ain't gonna happen.
I'm so done with y'all. Anyways, you guys don't like boxing. Y'all don't like boxing.
I love boxing. I just don't love spectacles.
He's not a spectacle.
Man, I guess he lost all his strength from messing with his brother's wives and stuff. That's called karma. You get what you put out there. When you was keeping it real, you was knocking people out. Then you start becoming a snake. Now you get your head cut off every time you hop in the ring. First, you got that Joseph Parker action. You couldn't fuck with Joseph Parker. Then you got spent, turned upside down, flipped around, and spanked on your booty.
Oh, my God.
You're Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity. Okay, spank that baby on the booty. That's what he said. He said, spank that baby on the booty. He spit Deontay Wilder around and popped him on his ass and said, lay down.
Thank you, Upper.
And Wilder went down.
Whatever, Upper. You guys are haters. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. I have full faith in him that he is going to unify the heavyweight division. Period. How about that?
Man, he might unify the Bridgeweight division.
He said he's going to go heavyweight.
Yeah, all right.
He wants to unify the heavyweight, and I have full trust in him. Full trust. You a good woman, Key. I respect it, but Wilder done for his health sake, he needs to chill. Hey, Three Heads. I don't think so. Hey, Aunt McQueen. Make sure you guys follow Aunt McQueen and Thomas Hill on Casual.
Okay, Key, let's make a bet. Mm-hmm. If Wilder fights any of them top people and he loses, you got to watch my kids for the summer while me and my wife go abroad.
That is no.
Especially my badass son, Jalen.
No.
Fucking yeah.
No.
That nigga do not know what a trash can look like. When he finishes eating something, he throws it on the fucking ground and plays the PlayStation. I'd be like, motherfucker, if you don't pick this shit the fuck up.
No, I'm not doing it. And that's not even an equal bet. Like, that's super lopsided.
If you win, I get you a car.
No, Upper. Okay, for what? The next fight that he's about to fight?
No, if he fights anybody in the top 10, either with Bacoli or any of them top 10 people.
You think Bacoli could knock out Wilder?
Do I? He'd be worse than Big. I don't think Wilder could beat Little Baby Anderson. Little Baby.
Echelon. What?
I don't think Wilder can beat Little Baby.
You think he's that washed up? This is a travesty.
He was never that good. The man had one punch.
This is a lie.
And everybody knows, everybody done read the scout report. He can't land that one punch no more.
This is a lie on Maury.
2 Cent. That's not a reach because Anderson beat the shit out of Tyson Fury. Yeah. That's why he was saying he's the best heavyweight, because he beat the shit out of Tyson Fury, something Wilder couldn't do. That man beat Tyson Fury so bad, Tyson Fury flew back to England, lied to everybody and said the whole camp had COVID so he can go get juiced up. Because Jared Anderson beat that nigga ass. He would beat the shit out of Wilder. He would do him like he did, not like he did Charles, because Charles was in his ass, but he'd get in Wilder's ass. He's a better boxer than Wilder. All Wilder has is a punch. And ever since Wilder been with Malik Scott punk ass, he done lost his claws. Wilder going backwards, he can't even throw his punch. Wilder's washed up, dog.
I love the hate, because you know what? That feeds his engine. Do you hear me?
Man,
Wilder, everything that you guys are saying about him, and he's gonna come back. And
okay, well, I'm glad you said that. Deontay Wilder, you and you and your Lions Den, whatever they hyping you up, you washed up like a nigga cheating on his wife in the sink, nigga. You washed up like that, bro. Get the soap and wash your ass, your balls, and your hot spots, nigga. That's how washed up you are. And going back home to your wife, not your brothers.
Oh my God. Aunt McQueen says, Big Dog Willie, can Bill Haney help him recover what's been lost? What happened? Who got lost? Wilder had a good run, but his time is over. His athleticism is gone. Oh, so that's why you saying that, Aunt. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, and he about 40 years old. Hell yeah. I forgot he about 40 fucking years old. The fuck?
Oh my God.
For a nigga that doesn't have fundamentals, shout out to Bruce Gas and Jazz. And I realized now what's wrong with Wilder. That nigga about 40 goddamn years old. He can't keep up no more. He was at his peak.
Do it.
Huh?
Wilder is gonna do it. Watch. He's gonna unify the heavyweight division. If he said it's
well, Key, the summer starts for my kids in June. They homeschool, so it starts in June. We're gonna probably try to take a 2 month.
That's an unfair bet because Wilder already fights in June. Remember, he's fighting in Kansas. I'm trying.
Who is he fighting?
Young boy. I forget his name. Young dude though. He a young dude.
Wilder ain't gonna win that fight with Big Shot. That's why he pulled out of it.
Oh, come on. Don't do
like
that.
He should have pulled out his brother's wife.
Okay. Whatever. He's 40 in October. Tell him, JDM. Tell him.
JDM telling you that he's washed.
He's not washed. He's not. I do not want to believe it.
That nigga washed like King Kong Ortiz.
Oh, whatever. You guys, y'all don't like boxing.
You see what King Kong Ortiz look like?
Oh, yes, and he's fighting soon. Woo.
And yeah, Andy Ruiz beat the shit out of him. Florida versus Duke, Creole. Florida and Duke both about to win. Florida's about to beat the shit out of Auburn like they've been doing all year in Duke. Duke gonna win the championship. Duke's winning the championship this year. You know, we're taking it back to Cameron crazies. We're taking it back to Cameron this year. Duke all the way, baby. We stepped on them shit heels already 3 times this year. So you know this is Duke's run this year.
You said it's Duke and who?
I said Duke and Florida are gonna win the Final Four, and it's gonna be Duke versus Florida in the finals. I've been telling them who's gonna win this whole time. I've been calling all the correct games since the Sweet 16. Since the Sweet 16. And Cooper Flag only a freshman in the year. But you know, we got that nigga Proctor in the gear. You see how Proctor went 9 for 10 on the 3-point line when we played against motherfucking we dropped 100 on them. Who was that we dropped 100 on? Oh, Arizona. Proctor went 9 for 10 for 3. That nigga put up Steph Curry numbers. Matter of fact, he broke the record for 90% 3-point shooting, Key.
Oh, really?
He hit 9 out of 10. Yeah, Flag's a freshman. Cooper Flag is a freshman.
Oh, speaking of 40, Oliver McCall fight that was scheduled for the other day. The reason why I know you guys was wondering what happened to that fight. I know.
Pulled out.
It was canceled. I don't know what happened to it.
His opponent pulled out.
Oh, the opponent pulled out?
Yeah, I was gonna go to that fight. Go see my boy.
But yeah, so unfortunately, Oliver is not, he's I think he's gonna fight again in either May or June. Are we excited? Yeah, we're excited. But anyways, you guys are all haters on Deontay Wilder. Speaking of purses, though, remember in Billy versus Pacheco, purse bid is on April 8th, and Adames versus Nur Sultan, him. Purse bid is on May 6th. So Adames is coming back in May, Well, probably July or August. And Billy versus Pacheco, I'm keeping my eye on this. Their purse bid is on April 8th. I really want that. But the most important one, Bivol versus Benavidez, is also April 8th. But I think we already know what Bivol is going to do. Don't be surprised if Bivol drops his belt, y'all, for the WBC.
Turkey and Eddie both telling Bivol not to fight.
Yeah, don't be surprised. I know I'm not going to be surprised. I won't. Did the diamonds get paid in Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't know, Dima.
Desmond Johnson, you must be a Shithill fan, brother. I can already tell you. You're a Shithill fan.
He said, Key, let's talk about all anyway tickets being available. Okay, so they reduced the prices because, like Upper said yesterday, people were complaining about the steep prices. Upper folks.
Yeah, remember his lowest price was $1,000.
Yes, I remember. I remember. So
Just
they
as
are
long as you remember. That's all.
so they have reduced the prices. And that $12 million gate that they were looking to get, remember, is being, of course, is going to be significantly less right now. So thank you, General. Thank you so much.
You can always tell when it's a Shithill fan talking to you. You can always tell when it's a Shithill fan. I'm telling you. Shout out to my nigga Light Skin Business, man. Salute, King. Man, we've been whooping we've been whipping Tar Heels ass since Michael Jordan left. They ain't had no wins since Jordan left.
Thanks, Upper. Thank you.
Brian the King Falcon don't like that shit. We'll take it down to man. We own Tobacco Road. Look, Key, if you go down Tobacco Road, it'll say Tobacco Road, aka Duke's Domain. It's called the Double D, and I ain't talking about Dolly Parton's titties. It's called Duke's Domain.
Oh my God! Thank you, Upper.
Desmond Johnson, don't do that. Don't do that. Coach K, only college coach to coach the dream team. Coach K, the winningest coach in college basketball history. Do you know how many he doubled Dean Smith's winnings? Duke's coach is the most winningest coach in college basketball history. That man, he said he wanted to be at Dale and enjoy his winnings. So he left.
Okay. Speaking of, they left. Brian Norman Sr. did an interview with Mill City Boxing, Upper, and he said that team.
My son ain't ducking, but we are.
No, he said that he said that team Devin Haney hit them up for camp for prep for Jose Ramirez, but they declined it because Devin could be a potential fight down the line for Brian Norman Jr., and everything. I thought that was really interesting because I don't think that Brian Norman Jr. really has that style for Jose Ramirez. I think he would have been better off if he
would have been better off getting Barrios. Well, no,
yeah,
Barrios, now I'm about to say him and Barrios potential opponents too. If I was Devin, I would have called Barbosa since we both fighting on the same card. Why don't we spar together? Arnold Barbosa would be a great match. I mean, a great sparring partner.
Yeah, I thought so. That makes sense. What about Alexis Rocha?
Yeah,
he ain't nothing. That's a good sparring partner as far as that style. Because I just feel like Brian Norman Jr.
Giovanni Santilli. He could holler at Giovanni Santilli.
That's a good one too. Yeah, that he could spar. Yeah, I think that. So hopefully Devin has found a sparring match for someone that can.
And shout out to my brother, Animalistic Savant in the Cash App with the $2 holler. He say happy Shabbat. Happy Shabbat to you too, brother, and appreciate everybody that's looking out for the channel, bro. I appreciate each and every one of y'all because y'all know Key Alexandra makes it where we don't get monetized over here. So you know.
What? I'm the nice one.
The way you was like, what?
The nice
He was
one.
like, he was like, hold up, nigga. It's your fault. Look at that.
God, if anything is y'all that cut up, you, Slogan, GM, y'all always cutting up. Rod, all Creole.
Well,
Y'all don't
you been letting loose the last 2 days though, Keith.
I have not upper. I've been so copacetic.
You been promoting fire sticking and everything.
No, I did not. I said that fight was too expensive for $79.
So you said we had the fire stickets.
Could not pay that. Could not pay that.
A fight game. What she didn't even catch it at first. She was like, "What?" She was like, "I know this nigga didn't." Like, oh hell no. That's like you done heard it. That's like the way Key was like, "What?" That was like motherfucker found out that your sister slept with your man. What? You did what?
No, I didn't. Anyway.
I'm gonna go listen to that later. That was funny.
Anyways, well, shout out to, but you know what though? Shout out to Brian Norman Sr. for denying Devin that, because you know who else denied Devin for sparring? Bozy Ennis. Bozy said in an interview months ago that Devin tried to spar with with Boots Ennis, and Bozy shut it down.
I wish Boots would spar with that nigga and beat the fuck out of him. All that shit that you talked about me, nigga. Yeah, come on, let's spar. I would have beat the fuck out of Devin in that sparring ring. Like, you remember you said, I ain't this, I ain't that. Nigga, eat this. Nigga, eat that. Take that. Nigga, he'd have thought I was Diddy the way I would make him take that in there. Pause.
So how
like how threw that pause at the end, right? Made it all thuggish ruggeds at the end.
Thanks, Upper. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, you know, make him take that. You know, see, look, you know that was a double entendre actually, if you call it. Because see, I said I make him take that, like he was in there with Diddy for talking all that shit. But then I said pause. So he ain't in the pool with Diddy. He ain't in the pool with Diddy, but he's getting touched on like he's in the pool with Diddy, and it's not natural. You feel me? Double entendre. There you go. I know 2 Cent called it. She always gets it.
Hey, Rick. No, I'm not. Never said I was going to cut anybody. Thank you, Brian. Thank you guys so much. Anyways, I'm so done. Anyways.
Shout out to my brother Rick Tim's in the building.
Anyways, because y'all, God.
Shout out to my brother Alan Sostain. Yesterday when we went off, he sent the $5 holler in the cash app. Appreciate my brother Alan Sostain supporting the grind, the VP in general.
Well, okay, Turkey expressed interest and later rescinded. If I make a presumption, it would be Turkey's preference is a trilogy at this juncture. For which one? For Bivol and Benavidez or something? Or Bivol and Serviev? We don't know.
Well, Aunt McQueen, what had happened, Turkey did want the Benavidez fight first. But he offered Benavidez to come fight on Reha season, and Benavidez told him that I built my people over here and I'm loyal to Al Heyman. And he told Turkey no. So when he said that, Turkey got mad, and now he's actively blackballing David Benavidez. That's why he sat there and threatened Bivol on TV. Well, he threatened Bivol live. Like, he issued that man a threat. Like, that man sat there and issued a fucking threat for all of us to see. Yeah, he issued a threat for everybody to see. And it ain't no way that people can take this wrong. Like, listen to what the man said. He say, I am no longer interested in Bivol versus Benavidez, and I will not bid on it. I think Bivol knows who has delivered for him and who hasn't. My advice to Bivol, don't be late, because every day something changes. He sat there and told that man. Look, the other people was denying Devin 2 Cent because why would you spar somebody that you're going to be fighting pretty soon? Devin's moving up to 147. So yeah, Aunt McQueen, he did want the Benavidez fight, but Benavidez didn't want to fight on Reha season because he wouldn't make as much as he'd make over there on The fight on turkey card or fight on PBC, you're gonna make way more on PBC. Plus, you might get cheated on turkey's card if you don't get.
Upper, you went out. Why they denying Devin for sparring? Because Devin are potential matchups for both Boots and Brian. So they're saying no to him.
And getting cheated over there on rehab seats. You feel
Upper,
me?
you went super out. Like you clicked.
I know I got kicked off. The phone call knocked me off my tablet. Somebody hit me with a FaceTime. I had to cut it off. But what I was saying is, like, David Benavidez was like, nah, I'm gonna fight over here on PBC because he gets way more money than he'd ever get over there on rehab season. Plus, the numbers are not good on none of his shows. And salute to Don't Mess with Texas in the building.
Hey, Texas. Hey, Justin. Hope you having a good day at work.
And salute to Justin Hawkins coming out the cut.
Oh, my goodness. On to the next, y'all. Oh, my God. I just pray that one day we be able to have a normal day. Upper, go ahead and start downloading those fight card pictures.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay, so y'all always make me lose my train of thought every time. Every time it does not fail. Anyway, so Tank Davis, another little, thing came out about Tank. This time it was from a female boxer, but it wasn't like somebody sent her off. So the boxer, she's from Australia. Her name is Taylor Robertson. And she's a prospect, I guess. And she did an interview where she said that Tank and her had took a picture, and Tank was kind of standing distant from her a little bit. And when they asked her about it, was talking to her about Tank, she said that she was told that Tank Davis doesn't like white people. And so people are like, oh my God, just another reason to not like Tank. He's racist. And I just want to say, let's pump the brakes, people. Have y'all seen Team GTD?
What do you mean
Have y'all seen Team GTD? Have y'all seen Tank's a very close woman that helped raise Tank since he was a kid? She is a white woman. Have y'all not seen her? She's always on the Rise podcast. Beautiful woman. Like,
when you say one day we're gonna have a normal day, what you mean by that?
Like, with y'all not cutting up, or you not cussing these fighters and stuff out?
I did not cuss out no fighters.
The chat not cussing out fighters.
I didn't cuss out no.
Upper, you didn't cuss out nobody. You didn't cuss out nobody. Upper, you didn't. Brian didn't cut up. Everybody.
I didn't cuss out no fighter. I resent that.
Upper, you did. You did cuss him out now. Don't do that.
Who did I cuss out, Key?
Upper, you cussed out Brian Norman Jr. for ducking boots.
He's a pussy ass nigga.
Exactly. That's exactly why you got to stop. The chat been cutting up. Everybody is out of order. In the words of Dub Right Side, everybody is out of order. Hey, Frequent.
You gonna make me mad.
He said we've been having a normal day. Brian and D1, no. Y'all always cutting up. Y'all always.
But I hit you with this fist. I hit you with this fist. I hit you with this fist.
Upper, that's low hanging fruit. Why you gotta do that?
I'll make your eye puffy.
Upper, why you gotta be petty? Why? Leave Shakur hands alone. He said his hands are healed. He is ready for battle. He said he's ready, you guys. Y'all don't remember taking that picture. Thanks, D1. Okay, so the woman said that she heard Tank Davis was racist. So I just want to remind y'all, Tank Davis has several white people in his camp, Hispanics and blacks and Muslims and what else? I think one of the dudes, I think he's a Moor.
He ain't got no Latter-day Saints of Jesus.
Not a lot of people hang out with Mormons like that. They're pretty much an inclusive crowd.
Well, Mormons also think that black people are evil. That's why their skin is black.
Thank you, Upper. Key,
No,
what's that?
it's actually in their bullshit ass Bible. It says that the black people are cursed. That's why they don't even believe black people can go to heaven except for as slaves. And that's what
Well, they have. Well, what I will say is that LDS have shout out to all of our religious folks, upper echelon, but LDS for the past about 40 to 50 years have been remaking and revising their stance on a lot of issues, including race relations and international politics.
At LDS, I be cooking y'all ass every time I see y'all. They hate to see me coming. They
Okay,
hate to
thank
see
you.
me coming. I'm
Thank
gonna go
you,
cook some of them today. I'm gonna go downtown, stand out there, and preach and cook some of their asses today.
Creole's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that Creole. And upper, do not do that with it. They're a peaceful people. And let me tell you guys.
No, they be knocking on my fucking door.
Upper, they want to join. They're no different than Jehovah Witnesses.
And I pop Jehovah Witnesses ass too.
Okay.
I tell the truth.
All you have to do is just.
Hey, watch it, lady. We didn't ask for all that. I'm on my show.
Thank you, Upper.
I wasn't talking to you, Key.
Oh.
I was talking to this woman in the background talking about, no, you don't.
Oh my God. Salute to that queen. Get him, please.
You say what?
Lord have mercy, get him, please.
All right.
Woo, Lord. We have.
But see, look, I don't say nothing bad to him. I just sit there and speak the truth to him.
So, okay,
and then when they can't find it, it's Shabbat today anyway. So don't you start there with the holiness on today. It's holy day today. What I'm saying is they hate when I sit there and I give them the truth and then they can't.
We're gonna be nice though. We're gonna get to these cards, Upper.
It's up there. We waiting on you.
Okay, so this is Top Ranks card tomorrow. I think it starts at about like 4 or probably like 5 or 6 in the evening. It's hella cards on here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, God, please.
Been about 2 years, Thomas. She ain't hopping back up here no damn more. She said motherfuckers was ratchet. She said she ain't getting back up here no more. It's been about 2 years. It's been about 2 years since my wife been on my show. She said, hell no.
So upper echelon. So we got 4 cards this weekend. We kicking it off. We're gonna start with this one.
Creole crazy. He said, I saw her ride bikes. I drove a block of him. I'm waiting to cook them. I mean, chat.
Y'all please leave Jehovah Witnesses and Mormons alone. Please. They don't mean no harm.
2 Cent. The fucked up shit about it, 2 Cent. She can make better cards. She's being funny.
No,
I asked her about these damn tulips. You see the spring in the middle of the card.
It's spring.
She emasculating us even worse than the feminist movement.
Oh, come on. These are spring cards. I like my background. It's spring, you guys. Tulips, flowers are blooming. Hey, so anyways, I'm not.
Ain't no damn flowers in Chicago.
It is flowers in Chicago. Oh God. Okay, we are starting with Jahi Tucker. Jahi Tucker is fighting. Okay, tomorrow. Oh well, first Art Barrera is fighting.
Damn, 2 Cent. 2 Cent said you look like bent over promotions.
Bent over promotions. Thank you so much. So
see, your cards even got 2 Cent going now.
I love my background cards. I do. Y'all haters. You guys don't like boxing. It's already a brutal sport. Let's, put some color to it. Baby girl, you're still thank you. Thomas Hill, a rose is still a rose. Thank you.
That ain't no damn rose, it's a tulip.
It's a tulip. So
do you know what a tulip represents?
What does it represent, Upper? Dare I ask? What does it represent?
It represents the strong J, because they say the tulip bulb is indicative of the inside of a female. That's what I'm just telling you. Look it up. That's why I'm like, why did she put tulips up there? And you get it? 2 lips, not one lip, but 2 lips.
Thank you, Upper. Thank you, Upper. Thank you, Miss Dubois. Thank you, guys. Oh man, thank you, Thomas Hill. Thank you guys so much. I really thank you. Can't stand y'all today. Jahi Tucker is 13-1 with 6 KOs. He's from New York. Upper. Shout out to Queens, all our people from Queens, New York, man. He is fighting Troy Williams, who is 23-1, 14 KOs, hailing from the UK. Who we got and why? Jahi Tucker or Troy Williams?
She better use no. I'm gonna take you said Troy Williams and Jahad. I'm gonna go with Jahad Tucker. Ryan Walker said make sure you use this for the upcoming Devon card. Actually, Ryan Walker, we're gonna use pansies. We're gonna use pansies for the That's a flower.
We're not gonna use it. At least we can use dandelions or something. Come on.
What's wrong with pansies?
Because that you're being derogatory now. That you're trying to make fun of Devin, but we're not doing it.
Key, you put fucking tulips on the damn back. It's no motherfucking flower off limit.
It's the spring.
And pansies.
Okay, fine.
And pansies are the flowers of May. May, you know, pansies bloom in May.
Let me see. Flowers for May.
So put pansies on there for the fucking pansies.
Hold on. See, I knew it derogatory. I knew it. Just mean.
You made it that way.
The lily is actually the official flower for May, so I'll put lilies. Lilies. It's not frequent. It's spring. You guys should.
No, I said pansies bloom in May. I said pansies bloom in May.
Fine. We'll do pansies. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, 9 Ether. I'll do pansies. Okay. Y'all are y'all messy. Y'all so messy. Y'all know y'all know for February, I had hearts and roses. Y'all didn't say nothing. Now it's spring. Now all of a sudden it's the problem. Okay. Got it. Okay.
It was a problem. You had no hearts and roses. You just weren't listening.
Whatever, Upper. Anyway.
They was telling you that shit wasn't a Brokeback Mountain. Is this bullshit before? You said no.
These are pretty. Looks like a wedding invitation. Thank you, Brian.
Hey, next thing you do, put I love you on that card right there. Take the faces off and send it to me so I can get it to my wife. That looks like a Hallmark. That's like a Hallmark template right there.
Thank you, Upper. Thank you guys so much. Jahi Tucker or Troy Williamson? Who we got?
Jahad Tucker.
Jahad Tucker. Thanks. Finally. Next up, we got the man that's fighting every 42 hours. Abdullah Mason.
Abdullah by vicious KO. Abdullah under 4 rounds.
Ornelius, he is 28-4, 15 KOs. He's been knocked out 3 times. He hails from Mexico.
I feel you, frequent. I feel you, frequent. This is the first time I agree with one of frequent statements.
Okay. Lord Jesus. Now, anyways, Abdullah Mason, the guy.
Hold up. How is he frequent? You're his Aki, dumbass. He not your Aki. He's your youngin. Come on, man. Go ahead, Key.
Okay, so thank you, frequent and Upper. He got beat up by Rafael Espinoza.
Aki broccoli. Get the horn on neck of my seat.
Next up, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Next up on the card. Oh man. What am I gonna do with you guys? I have no idea. What am I gonna do with y'all, Upper?
Hey man, buy us a bottle.
No, shut up, no. So next up on the card is Lindolfo Lindelfo Delgado versus Elvis Rodriguez. Lindelfo, as we know, 22-0, coming off of impressive knockout. When he knocked out Jackson Marinez a couple months ago. Elvis Rodriguez is 17-1-1. Elvis hasn't been looking too hot a little bit. You know, he's winning these fights, but some people are feeling like, we don't know. But this is a really good card. Elvis Rodriguez is 17-1-1 and 13 KOs. He hails from the Dominican Republic. Who we got?
It's gonna be a tough fight, but I'm going with Lindolfo Delgado. I feel like it's gonna be some good power. It might be the best fight on the card, one of the most competitive. Because Abdullah fight ain't going past 4 rounds. Torres should knock out his opponent as well. This is gonna be a good match right here.
So speaking of with Richard Torres, I don't know, Upper. Now this one I'm a little concerned about. I ain't gonna lie. Now Richard Torres, he has amassed a very big following in the U.S. He's from California, 12-0 with 11 KOs. He's been on a straight destructive spree, been knocking people out back-to-back fights. And he's fighting Guido. And Guido was 13-2-1 with 11 KOs. He knocked out Makhmadov his last fight, but he did lose to Efe Ajaba in a very controversial split decision. A lot of people felt like Guido won. A lot of people felt like Efe won. I don't know about this one. What you got? Richard Torres versus Guido. Some people feel like this might be a really tall task for Richard Torres. Torres will likely beat Wilder. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I think that this is a close fight. Well, I want it to be Richard Torres by KO. If I was gonna have me a KO card, like my stoppages, it'd be definitely Richard Torres and Abdullah Mason. I'm not sure that Jahi Tucker and Lindelfo Delgado, if they get stoppages, they might go full.
I don't think Jahi Tucker gonna get a stoppage, but Lindolfo, I don't know, because Rodriguez got a little chin on him.
Okay. So what about Richard Torres and Guido?
That's gonna be a good fight, but they heavyweights.
Oh, you going with Elvis for the W. Okay, nice. If there's an upset on this card, it could be Elvis Rodriguez. That's the best card, like Upper said. Lindelfo versus Elvis. That's the best fight right there.
Elvis been looking like he been looking too much like Garcia for me. Like Brian Garcia. That's what he been looking like for me.
Well, if I will say with Guido, if he don't like make it a very one decision, one half type of a fight where he's just dominating, then he's not gonna win because Richard Torres is the, you feel me? That is the darling of Top Rank. That's one of their boys now.
He ain't gotta worry about that. Torres knocking him the fuck out.
Torres gonna knock out Guido?
Like I said, these are heavyweights. Motherfucker, most heavyweight fights don't go to the round. And these are young heavyweights. Whenever you see young heavyweights fight, they're not, young heavyweights cannot protect themselves that good. They're not veteran enough. They're not good enough to learn how to survive with the shots. So they're gonna get hit with some shit that's gonna hurt them. That's why if you look at heavyweight championship fights, whenever you see big punchers fighting early in their careers, one of them always gets stopped. Like being able to last 10 rounds or 12 rounds is an art, and that comes with being a veteran, especially in the heavyweight division. You see what happened to Big Baby? I mean, with Jared Anderson versus Bacole, he couldn't make it 12 rounds, could he? The motherfucker couldn't last. He couldn't defend himself, and he was a skilled heavyweight, but he didn't have the experience yet of being able to last them rounds. Like it takes experience to be able to survive rounds, Key. I'm just saying.
Upper, you're going in and out.
No, I wasn't. That's you. I'm on a different device now.
Is that me, y'all?
Yeah, that was you. I'm on a different device. This device never goes out.
Okay. Go ahead, Up.
No, I'm looking at the tulips, waiting for you to call it out.
Okay, whatever. Um,
That man got a ringworm on his head.
hold on. I don't know what's wrong with my computer.
Get with
Okay.
the music. Okay, I was about to sing. I'm glad you're back.
Oh my goodness. So Tim Tszyu, as we all know, he's fighting in Australia.
Tell
This
me
is
that dude in
make
the
or break.
bottom right corner. Tell me that dude in the bottom right corner ain't got no a ringworm.
Wait, what?
What? Why are you worried about upper going in and out frequent?
Oh, a
Maybe Key
frequently.
said. Maybe
I leave frequent alone.
Key said it the way she wanted to say it. Frequent.
Be
Maybe
quiet.
upper's going. Maybe upper's going in and out while we on the show. You don't know.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so done today. Who looked like a ringworm, Upper?
Bottom right.
He don't look like a ringworm.
He look like he got ringworm.
Okay. Thank you,
Look on his left cheek right there below his mouth. That look like ringworm. I'll point to it for you.
You don't have to.
Right there. That look like ringworm.
Thank you, Upper.
Can you see the hand?
No, I don't see the hand, but I gave up a long time ago,
Rod Walker said herpes simplex 1. Probably that too.
Thank you, Rod. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Everybody.
You're in such a gracious mood today, best friend.
So Dan Hill, the one in y'all parts, the one at the bottom right, he is 7-1, 7 wins, 1 loss, 3 KOs. He hails out of Australia. This is an Australian card. He is fighting Cohen. I'm not gonna butcher that name. 12-4-1, 5 KOs, been knocked out twice. Also from Australia, the person that knocked him out, Tim Tszyu's own brother, Nikita Tszyu, knocked him out. Who do we care about this fight?
No.
Okay. Okay.
They don't even have it. They don't even have it on the bets. They ain't even taking no bets on this fight.
Next up is Mikhail Nielsen. That's the one with the beard, bald head at the bottom right, second
the one that
row.
look like a scrotum sack. The one that look like a scrotum sack.
He is 13-2 with 5 KOs. He's from Denmark.
He look like a busted condom. That nigga look like a busted condom. Earthworm Jim. Go ahead.
So he is fighting Indris Savitra, who is 16-1-1. That is the one on the left side. Upper. He hails from Venezuela. Salute to all our Venezuelans. This is scheduled for 10. He's coming off of he fought Cesar Tapia. He fought Cesar Tapia and was a draw. Okay.
That's nothing to brag about.
Okay.
Yeah, like Cesar Tapia. Yeah, like Cesar Tapia is a premium name.
Cesar Tapia is a good fighter.
Yeah, all right. That's why he draw with him.
Do we care about this fight, Upper?
No. They're not taking the only fight on this card that they betting on DraftKings is the Tim Tszyu fight. The rest of these fights, no. But I'll still go with the Venezuelan if they put it up there.
Okay. Next up, main card. Tim Tszyu versus Joey Spencer. Tim Tszyu is 24-2, 17 KOs from Australia. Joey Spencer is 19-1. His loss came from being knocked out by Ramos. Oh, he's from Michigan. Okay, go ahead, Michigan. Shout out to my Michiganians. Who do y'all got?
Tim Tszyu said he too pretty to beat him, so I'm going with Tim Tszyu. He said he gonna beat the pretty off that boy.
Timzu? Is Timzu shot? Is he done?
Even if Tim Tszyu shot, Joey Spencer could not exploit Tim Tszyu.
So this fight card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is 9 fights on Sunday. Next up, Upper. I think that's I forgot about this one. I forgot about this one.
Does that motherfucker got lipstick on?
Who got lipstick?
The second one on the left.
No, that's just how his picture looks. I don't know who that is. Well, I know, but
he be cross-dressing as a geisha, dog. I know him.
Upper echelon.
He be in a red light district cross-dressing as a geisha.
No, he does not.
How you know? Have you been in the red light district with him?
No, I haven't. No, Upper.
So how you know? So how you know he's not there cross-dressing?
Because what if it's just the lighting on the picture?
What if he's really cross-dressing as a geisha?
Oh, Upper. Oh, Upper.
I mean, you can neither confirm nor deny it, can you?
I cannot, but still, that's
so
me.
let's just leave it out there. Let's leave it out there. Then. If we can't deny it, let's just let it. If it don't apply, let it fly. But if it flies, he can ride. You know.
Thank you, Upper. Thank you so much.
You're
Your
welcome.
words of wisdom. Jenna Beck fight card is Saturday as well. This one is also going to be in Kazakhstan.
You see that, Becky?
What? With loads of white makeup on, he is like, "Come on into my room. I have a surprise for you." Thank you, Rod.
I know the surprise.
Thank you guys so much. So Jenna Beck fight card 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Saturday, ESPN Plus on Panama, it's ESPN Plus USA. So Kazakhstan, it's I didn't know the rest of these fighters. Some of them I'm like, who? But I put the main 3 up there like I always do. First up is Jalolov, who is wait, let me make sure. No, wait, excuse me, not him. Hold on. These names threw me off. Oh God. So the Asian guy that you guys keep talking about, his name is Sultan Zarbek. He is from Kazakhstan. He is 19-0 with 13 KOs. His last fight was back in December where he beat Damian Wrzeniski. This is a 130 fight. Do we care? Upper chat. Do y'all care? He's fighting Azinga Fuzil, who is 18-2 with 12 KOs. He hails out of South Africa. Shout out to our South Africa folks. He got beat up by Kenichi Ogawa back in 2021. But he's been on a nice year-round KO streak. He's fought every year since then, 2022, and he's knocked out his last 3 opponents. Thank you, 2 cents. Hi, GTA. Yeah, that's who he's fighting. We should be excited about this. But y'all don't care because y'all are saying that in the chat. I get it. Y'all don't like boxing. Upper is being quiet on purpose. Next up, Jenna Beck. Of course, Jenna Beck, he's a part of our duck list. He is ducking Carlos Adames and Laura. Jenna Beck is 16-0 with 11 KOs. He hails out of Kazakhstan. He is fighting Anul. Oh God. We're gonna call him. I'm gonna call him Gami. Anul Ngami. He's 14-0 with 9 KOs. He's from the Congo. Salute to the Congo. And Anul been on his bully. This is actually a pretty decent fight, Upper in chat. Who do y'all got at least for this one? This is a good one though, y'all, right? Jenna Beck. He's undefeated. He's facing a Congo undefeated fighter. 14-0. Upper. Like, y'all got to care about something now. Y'all got to care. Come on, all things. Y'all got to care about this fight now. Like, don't do this. Like, come on. Don't do this, you guys. Like, for real.
He's fighting a nigga that's fighting motherfuckers in the Congo. He's fighting motherfuckers that ain't got no wins.
Like, come on, you guys.
Did you hear me, Key? He's fighting motherfuckers that can't defend themselves.
You know
of course
what?
he's undefeated.
If you
I'm
say,
just saying.
I mean, come on, Janabek. How do y'all don't care about the Janabek fight?
Because
Nobody?
Janabek ain't fighting nobody that we want to fight. Can you hear me, Key?
Yes.
I mean, he's not fighting Adamas. He's not fighting Sherez. He's not fighting Laura. This nigga talking about he want to fight Canelo. Come on, bro. He's not fighting who we want him to fight.
So just to heck with this Kazakhstan card, then. That's what you're telling me.
This nigga that he's fighting could not beat Sherez, could not beat none of them people. Shout out to G Tatted Up TV. Miss Joette. Salute to the beautiful Miss Joette. Miss Joette bringing everybody up out of there now. I'm telling you. Beautiful women bring out the men. I'm telling you.
Oh, thank you. Salute to Miss Joette. I'm trying to. You guys don't care about boxing. Y'all don't care about boxing.
I mean, I care about competitive fights. This shit's not competitive. It's not. Do you think it's competitive, Keith? Would you bet on the other guy, Keith?
No.
Would you put the other guy on your upset ticket?
No.
And why not, best friend?
Because I don't think he has a shot at Janabek.
So why would we say this is a good fucking fight then?
Because it's boxing. Something to get us to watch on a Saturday.
A good fight is something that you can put on your upset card.
Oh, upper.
Like,
now what if he upset him? Now what if he upset him? See?
Then whoever pick him will be rich. Because the odds are higher than Ryan versus Devin. But what if he makes it 3 rounds?
Oh, that'd be good. That's actually a win. That's a win if he could make it past 6.
If he can make it, I said, what if he make it 3 rounds?
That's good then, right? What you trying to say, that he gonna be knocked out in 2?
I'm just saying it's a bullshit fight. That's what I basically just said.
Thank you, Upper.
Just like in the words of the great Lil Wayne, you can leave, but leave the keys to your heart. Some people see graffiti as art. Some see hoes to be women. But I am the greediest shark in a sea full of killers. Quoting on that one. No problem, tatted up. Like he said, some could see graffiti as art, and some consider hoes to be women. And I'm gonna break it down for you. Graffiti is really graffiti. It's not artwork, but in some people's eyes, graffiti could be artwork. And hoes are women too, but in some people's eyes, they're not a woman because they done been out there and giving their stuff away. So it's all in the eyes of the beholder. Like Janabek could see this as an easy win, and we see it as no competition. You know? I'm gonna pull up so bit I just might crash, dog. Let me take this Balenciaga mask off and ask y'all who asked y'all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You are so profound today. You're on fire.
Pa. He was a good dog. He was a good cat. My bad, dog.
Well, I will say that are we happy about the Joe Joyce fight and Philip Herkovic?
Yeah, I like that one.
Who do you have?
I want to go Joe Joyce for the upset because that'd be hell of an upset, but he might be washed. Like that old nigga beat the shit out of Joe Joyce. What was the old nigga name that retired, came back and beat somebody else, and I picked them both times.
You talking about Derek Chisora?
Yeah. I picked him for both of his last 2 wins. Remember, I picked him. But yeah, Derek Chisora is on a good thing. You feel me? But Joe Joyce, he needs this. But I never thought Herkovich was a good fighter anyway. And it's crazy because I thought Big Bang Zane beat the shit out of Herkovich, but he got robbed. But then Zane beat the shit out of motherfucking Joe Joyce too. So it's a battle of Zane's leftovers. One robbed him and one got popped. If Joe Joyce can get his fucking head off the line, he'll stop Herkovich though. But that motherfucker can't move that tank head of his. He just keep it sitting right there. That motherfucker be trying to knock people's hand out the glove. Like, nigga, I'll break your hand with my forehead.
Well, this is the Manchester card with Joe Joyce now. It's 12 fights. Golly, I'm finna be so busy this week just watching fights. But what nobody is talking about, Upper, is the return of Mark Chamberlain. Mark Chamberlain suffered a defeat. Shocking was a huge upset last year against Josh Padley.
Against Shakur's last week.
Yeah, who was Josh Padley is 14-1 now. So Mark Chamberlain is making his return against Miguel Scoringi. He is 8-4.
She's so happy about that. She's talking about that's Wayne.
And he's from Argentina. Salute to sis. He's from Argentina. He was knocked out by Christian Ayala. But I think this is he just lost his last fight. Mark Chamberlain should win this. Let's see Mark Chamberlain. Hopefully Mark Chamberlain is not, because Turkey like him some Mark now.
Mark Chamberlain about to beat the shit out of this dude. He about to stop this guy. This guy right here has no chin left.
Well, hopefully, because Mark Chamberlain got to get his footing back. But that's, my God, we got 9 on one, 10 on the other, and 12. Like, these fights are so, my God.
I'm only watching the main one.
Which one are you watching? Joe Joyce, Jenna Beck, Tim Tszyu, or Richard Torres?
Torres and Tim Tszyu.
Huh?
I'm gonna watch Torres, Tim Tszyu, and Joe Joyce.
Okay, so you're not gonna mess with the Jenna Beck card at all.
It's a fight on there I wanted to see. That first one. Well, that one with the nigga with the curly top right there at the bottom right. See what he gonna do.
Okay. You said what?
It's a couple fights I might check out on that Jenna Beck card. Because it's a top rank card,
right? No, it's a Kazakhstan card.
Jenna Beck is top rank, right?
Is Jenna Beck top rank?
Yes. Akumali Jenna Beck is top rank.
Promoted by Kazakhstan. It says Kazakhstan promotion, so I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna watch a few of them fights because they be having some tough ass fighters over there.
Oh, he is top rank? Okay. Well, he ain't got no excuses now. Now that Top Ranking is merging with Prime and PBC, I don't want to hear none. Jenna Beck, go over there. Get your behind whooped by Carlos Adames and Laura. Let's go.
It's not gonna happen. He's going up to fight Canelo.
Miss Joette said, Upper, have you seen the new videos of Rolly practicing? Rolly looks good, Upper.
Rolly looks pretty good, but he's still getting knocked the fuck out.
You think that? What if Rolly pulls the upset, best friend? Oh my God.
That's like saying Devin to beat Ryan. It won't happen.
What?
Rolly got a better chance of beating Ryan than Devin does, but both of them got about as much chance of one-legged man in the ass contest. Or like a snowball in Texas in the summertime. Don't stand a chance.
Come on now.
Did you see how Pitbull Cruz was hitting Rolly with that hook?
Of course I saw it, Upper. He gave my boy a concussion.
So you think Pitbull's hook is better than Ryan's hook?
No.
Do you think his hook is faster than Ryan's hook?
No.
Case in point. Did you see
But
that? You see how?
but
Did
you
you
know he got that
wait? Did you see
what?
what Ishmael Barroso was hitting Rolly with?
Yeah, that was yes. Don't do Rolly. He's still the GOAT.
Okay, but did you see the hooks that he was getting caught with? Are any of those is Ishmael or Pitbull Cruz? Do any of them have a better hook than Ryan Garcia?
Nah,
Exactly.
Ryan's the best one.
Okay,
But
so
he's
Ryan putting that
being
nigga.
cool.
So
But
Ryan's
he's
gonna lay
being
him.
coached. He's being coached by that
It
Cuban.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Key. Ryan is gonna lay him down to sleep.
Hey, I have hope. I'm praying that Ryan could do something. Now you guys just want to make sure, let Ryan just get beat up all the time. That's what y'all presumptions are about Rolly. He's just gonna
Okay,
get
Key.
beat up.
So are you gonna put money on Rolly?
I am. I'm putting him on my upset card. I'm gonna put a good $5 to $10 on it.
See, you ain't trying to go for the upset then.
That is because sometimes the upset could be so big, that you ain't gotta put too much up on there. Get a good $50, $60 back. It can't be nothing big. But I will though. I have faith in Rolly. I'm tired of seeing Rolly get beat up and stuff, y'all. That left hook gonna put Rolly to bed. You guys, thank you. Rolly is a gatekeeper. Pitbull choreographs all of his punches.
Key.
Yes.
It was this fake page that just came in. Her name Jada Sirianni, right?
Who is that?
It's a fake page, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fake page is mad at Miss Joette, but why do they got a picture of Devin Haney in drag? They got a picture of that's Devin Haney in drag. Whoa.
Oh my God. It's not gonna be my Reese's money. Look, if I put $5 on there upper and I win 50 or 60, that's a whole box of Reese's for the month. Period. Boom.
Just send me the $5. Just send me the $5, and I just, since you want to just give money away.
Don't pull it up. Lower up. No, Brian.
I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh my God. Here we go. Here y'all go being messy. Here we go. See what I'm saying? Do not do it, upper. Please don't do it. Like we was coming to it. Oh God. Oh boy. Y'all are stressful. Lord, y'all stressful all week. Like what happened? Anyways, I'm irritated. I'm trying to figure out where I left Keith put it on the White Sox losing. Whatever. Look, my Chicago team's gonna be back. Don't even trip. I would say baseball, but I'm not a baseball fan like that. But the Bulls and the Bears, we coming. Watch, we coming for all the titles. Don't even trip. We're gonna win the Super Bowl, and the Bulls is gonna win the championship. Watch what I tell y'all. Just watch what happened. Now hate on that. Watch. They made a page April 2nd, nothing but a troll. I see Miss Joelle. I don't know who that person was. I have no idea who that person was. They'll be back though. Normally they always make another page once they're blocked. And then come back. I forgot to tell you guys, Caleb Plant and the Jamal Charlo card, May 31st. The cheapest price to get into the arena is $78. It's going to be at the Mandalay Bay. So if you're going to be in Vegas around that time, it's at Mandalay Bay, and it's only $78. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's why I mess with Caleb Plant and them. That's exactly why. See, I'm trying to get up in that. I'm trying to be there for that card. That is right up my budget. Bulls, but the Bears talk needs to stop. Oh boy, look, listen, we gonna get it together. And when we do, it ain't nothing that y'all can say. Nothing. Ain't nothing that y'all can say. Matter of fact, stay over there. Okay? Pick your side and stay there when it come to us. Period.
Hey, that's crazy, Key.
What?
That motherfucker deleted their page. They just made it today anyway, but when I said that about Devin and Drag, they deleted that thing. I couldn't even get back to it.
Oh my God. Then I don't know who that person was. Probably somebody that is being incognito, somebody that watches from the shadow. One of them. You know how that go.
It's probably
But
somebody that's been somebody trying to spit at Miss Joette, and she ain't give him no sweat. So they got mad, and they saying she delusional, but they really upset. Damn, them bars right there.
bars. Tatted Up is gonna be on Sunday morning. So let me look that up for you. Tim Zukar.
I might be wrong, but I think it starts at like 5 a.m. I think.
It looks like pulling it up. That's a really good question. All coverage on this weekend's fight card from Australia begins 9 p.m. Central, actually on Saturday on Prime Video, and no extra cost to subscribers. The main event, ring walk for Tim Tszyu versus Spencer, are expected to begin at 11 p.m.
So
So I guess it's
11
Saturday.
p.m. So 11 p.m. what time?
Central. So
So that's like 2 o'clock. That's like 2 o'clock in the morning, ain't it?
For me, it's 11. For you, it would be 12:01. Yeah, for you, it'd be about 1 o'clock in the morning for you on Sunday.
Hold on, you just an hour different from me, Key.
Oh, yeah, show them. So then it'd be 12. It'd be 12 for you.
Oh, okay. So what is it? It's Eastern, Central, Mountain, then Pacific.
Yes. So for this one, where it says on PBC, it says Saturday, April 5th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. So it'll be
Are you in Texas on the same time schedule?
Yeah, me and Texas are, but yes.
2 cents. Just tell me what you need, baby. I'll write this rhymes. It ain't no problem.
Okay,
I've been doing that shit.
Okay, you know what?
I've been doing that shit over 20 years.
She said, Key, because on my app it says 3 a.m. Central. This article said 11. Okay, you know what? Tat it up. Just tune in between 11 to 3 in the morning. That's all
I told you I thought it was 5 a.m.
Just tune in. Now, those were the articles. That's what I'm reading. So just tune in, y'all, between 11 at night and 3 in the morning. I'm going to be on Discord, okay? Not the whole time. But as soon as the fight card's going, I'm going to go in there. Y'all lame hate.
And y'all know.
We wasn't even talking about Devin Haney bums fighting the bums. We wasn't even talking. We were talking about Tim Tszyu.
That's the same person that said that Miss Joette was delusional. Hold on. Let me fix it real quick. Hold up.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Ho Boy. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, just tune in around those times. We're gonna figure it out, y'all. We're gonna figure it out, but at least it's free.
Now when you make one, you're gonna be mad as hell when you get banned. Because you have to wait again. You have to wait to speak. Wait to talk.
Are we gonna be on Discord? Yes, I will. I'm gonna be on Discord this weekend. I was there last weekend. We had a blast last weekend, talking stuff and everything. So whichever ones, people in the Discord, let me know which fight y'all want me to show first, because we got 4 of them. We got 4. So let me know which ones you guys want me to show. And that's the one that I'll show, and we'll talk our stuff and everything. I think I'm gonna eat some Indian food this weekend. I got a taste for some curry. What else? Thank you guys. I'm new to Discord, but I'll try and make it over there. Yeah, to make sure you do, Ho Boy. Okay, Miss Joette, thank you. Let me see. I didn't know that Australia has a 15-hour time difference from Lee. No wonder it's the down under. Good God Almighty. My best friend just left Paris, and I think they're only like 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. That's crazy. Let's Let's see so we get this right, y'all. Ratchet, please stop. Harkovic, where is Tim Zoo? Where is my boy? Yeah, say 3 a.m. Prime Video, 3 a.m. So if I'm not up, y'all just record it for me. Let me know how it goes. If it ain't on by 11, 12, baby, I ain't watching. I'm just gonna let y'all know. It's I'm not a Gaylord's Indian food kid. No. No, thank you, Brian. No, I love curry. I love extra spicy curry with my naan bread. Yes, I do. And I'm gonna do goat meat too. Period. Goat meat curry. Goat curry. I love goat curry, and they make it very extra spicy too, because I love spicy food. Love hot food. Up, are you there? I see you doing something in the background.
Yeah, I had to get your other picture up because you know I had to fix it because you know them pictures don't be wanting to upload.
Well, go ahead up. I need 2 minutes to set up, so I'm done. But we're done with boxing talk. We finna hit the true crime. So Upper, give me 2, please.
All right, shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out for everybody that supported the grind for the day, and happy Shabbat to everybody that celebrates this special day, this holy day right here. But y'all know it's Friday. Y'all know what goes down Friday. Every Friday, Dr. Key comes through with her true crime stories. So you know she about to sit back, weave this story, this amazing tale. You might get mad, you might be upset, you might be sad, but you will learn something. You know that there's a lot of monsters out here. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming through. And shout out to Tatted Up TV. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Tatted Up TV. You too, Miss Joette. Miss Joette, you know you can see me anytime. You in the Discord. And if you want Miss Joette, you can invite Tatted Up to the Discord as well. You can invite him to the Discord, Miss Joette. With peace and blessings. No problem, man. If Miss Joette recommends you, got to be a good person. You back, Key?
Yes.
All right, well, let me get out your way and let you do your thing.
God,
peace and blessings, everybody. Huh?
I said, wait, hold on.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Cause I can't take the heat. Hold on.
Thank you, Upper.
You don't even remember that song. That's past your time right there.
Thank you, Up. Thank you so much.
See, I just called you young a little bit.
Have
but
to
not
get
that young.
On the way. Thank you guys. We are about to start our true crime. Up, are you gonna be listening to the true crime or no?
Don't I listen every time, woman?
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. Now
I listen all the time.
Now this one, Upper in chat, this crime right here is still occurring. Okay. The authorities in Jersey and in New York and other cities such as Baltimore. So if you're in Baltimore, we got our eye on you. If you're in Florida, we got our eye. They got their eye on Florida. They also got Pennsylvania and Connecticut. Okay. Now this man started his killing back in the 1960s. He was apprehended on 1980, right? He was apprehended in 1980. But investigators have learned now that he is on pretty much his deathbed that he could be responsible. Well, by his own admission, he could be responsible for 100 or more deaths, making him one of the most prolific serial unalivers in New York and New Jersey history. But not even just those two, in American history. Okay. So if you are new here, every Friday I bring you guys a true crime story that you've never heard of. And this one right here, I'm sure the majority of you have never heard of this man. He is still alive to this day, and he's working with authorities, identifying the women that he has unalived that they're bringing to him from their cold case files. His DNA is now being matched in the FBI system, and he's being linked to an additional 40 plus murders. Okay, now this has been occurring for the past 10 years, and the community in New Jersey have came out and basically blasted the police and everything, because this was kept under wraps, y'all. This didn't him admitting his crimes of the cold case files and everything didn't come out until about 2 years ago. Okay, so they were trying to keep this under wraps, and now they can no longer contain it. All right, now this man that you see at the top, I try to bring you guys files that y'all, people that y'all have never heard of, but I like to paint y'all, give you guys other like type of killers that stand out, right? So what makes this man so interesting is that his father was rich. He comes from a very wealthy background, not like the other serial unalivers that we've talked about, whose mama abused them, who comes from religious fanatics and all that other stuff. No, this man had a very good upbringing. He has 127 IQ. The average IQ in America is between 80 and 90. He was one of the first people to in New York City to work on the computer and the gigabyte. Now we can find gigabytes and all kind of stuff everywhere now. He was one of the first to work on them to get it to where it is now. He is known as a computer whiz, okay? A computer operator for a very significant health insurance company that we're going to get into. And he has almost or over 100 bodies on his record, and you probably never heard of him. His name is Richard Cottingham, aka the Torso Killer. Yes, the Torso Killer. So y'all already know what I'm about to say. If you gonna roll up something, roll up. If you finna drink something, go ahead and warm you up some food. Sit back, y'all, and allow me to paint this picture with words. Now, Richard grew up in the Bronx, New York. Shout out to our Bronx folks out there, but not to him, because he's giving y'all a bad name. He's from the Bronx, New York. Now, Richard comes from a very good background. Like I said, he was the oldest of 4 children. His father, get this, was the vice president of Metropolitan Life. Metropolitan Life at that time was one of the biggest financial institutions. It later became MetLife. Who remember, y'all know MetLife, right? So they do everything from employee benefits, insurance, life insurance, all that type of stuff, okay? Now, that's who his father was. He was the vice president. Now, because of his father's big time job as a vice president, they moved around. So they moved to Florida, Baltimore, Connecticut, New York. He was always moving around, but he had a mother. His mother was described as very dedicated, okay? Like she was a really good mom to her and her children. Wasn't no signs of abuse or everything, but what people did notice was that her and Robert was very, very close. I'm sorry, her and Richard, I called him Robert. Richard was very, very close, like inseparable, right? That was her oldest. That's her boy. You know what I'm saying? She was known to iron their clothes, have dinner, ready for them, breakfast, all of that. She took time, helped them with their homework, and she enjoyed being a stay-at-home wife and all of the perks that came with being the vice president's wife. So she was a kept woman. Okay, let me just put it out there. She was kept, and the kids was kept, and they enjoyed pretty much a life of luxury. They lived in the upper middle class in neighborhoods, and they just seemed like the all around, just typical American family. Basically, I couldn't find anything crazy about them. But at the age of 10 years old, Richard would begin. Now, we don't know what happened. It's not said what happened. But Richard would begin to have these thoughts, right? And it always seems like with these type of people, it occurs when they're in their adolescence or pre-adolescent years. So Richard would he began to become fascinated with S&M, bondage, you know what I'm saying? That type of practices. Now, let me go ahead and say this. It is nothing wrong with getting kinky, okay? Kinky, kings and queens. Go ahead. Y'all like to be tied up. That's y'all business. Y'all want the candle wax on your chest. That's y'all business. I'm not here to judge. You feel me? Everybody got their little quirks about them, especially when it comes in the bedroom. But Richard's fascination with bondage was a way sinister than what you and I would think of it. See, he liked the handcuffs, but he wanted to see how to, and this is at the age of 10, how he could control a woman by doing this, right? He wanted the fascination of bondage and being held captive. It just did something to him. Like his antennas was alert. And another thing that he became fascinated with at the age of 10 was breast. And not just any type of breast, they had to be like really, really big. So he would sneak out, as he was around the neighborhood kids, maybe going to their homes where they kept the parents kept their porno stats. Because remember, this is way back in the 50s and stuff. Remember, they had magazines. You know what I'm saying? They had pictures and everything. It's not digital, okay? So he would sneak and watch these type of things, and he would be fascinated on breasts, very large breasts. He could not get enough of them. Now, there's a difference, because I know what some of y'all are thinking. Well, I like breasts, right? Some of y'all might be a breast man. Some of y'all might be a breast woman. There's nothing wrong with that. But when there's a difference between being attracted with a woman with big boobs versus just boobs. You get what I'm saying? That's a whole different ballpark, because now you're not looking at the woman and what she has. Now you're just looking at the items, the pairs, okay? And that's what he wanted. So as he grew up in grade school and through high school, he would tell his friends, anybody that would listen, that he liked his breasts. And one thing that he would do is watch the young girls who were well endowed. Some of us, when we were in high school, we blossomed quickly or quicker than other girls. And so these women would stand out to Richard, and he would become fixated on them. But it wasn't unhealthy yet, right? But people noticed that he couldn't stop watching them, basically. Well, after their family was done moving around, because I said they moved around to all these different states, Richard and his Richard mother and father was settled in New Jersey, a very small town. Now, this area, again, closed gate, middle upper class, you know what I'm saying? Just a really nice area, right? Well, Richard would end up graduating high school. He did graduate. He did take a couple computer classes, but because his daddy is the plug, he would start working at the insurance company with his father. He started at the bottom, though. His father didn't use nepotism like it is today. He made sure that his son started in the mailroom and worked his way up. And as he was working his way up, he would go and take these computer classes at night. Well, this became a slam dunk for Richard, because not only was he able to put together and take apart computers, but he began to understand the whole system to where he didn't even need a degree. He was able to take the skill set, and he was hired at Blue Cross Blue Shield in Manhattan. You heard that right. He worked for their he was a a computer personnel for Blue Cross Blue Shield, but they set him in an office. Remember, he was in Jersey. They moved him to an office in Manhattan. And the building where they worked at was one of them big, tall buildings. And the first four floors was all Richard and a selected group of people. Their task was to put together and make this computer and the gigabyte and everything perform better. Okay, so this is the onset of technology as we know it today. Okay, so it was only a few of them that were able to do this. By this time, Richard, again, his IQ is 127, and he is the computer man. right? But some of his co-workers began to realize that Richard was a little weird because he didn't really have social skills. Like, he would talk to people, but when he talked to the co-workers, they would, like, he would say some of the wildest stuff to them, like, you know what? Have you guys ever been tied up? And they'll be like, whoa, wait a minute, what you mean? Tied up how? Are your wives, y'all never, y'all ain't dib and dab? They like, bro, shit, nah, bro, we not into nothing like that. You feel me? Like, they like, okay. But this would not be the first time that Richard would come and talk to his coworkers about these fantasies or actions that he would begin to participate in. But no matter how weird Richard came off, the man was able to get a woman. He ended up marrying his wife, which for this story, I will leave her out because she has nothing to do with this. And he would have 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl. They will also be left out because they have nothing to do with this and they want their privacy protected. And I agree. So he would end up, moving into a nice neighborhood, just like with his parents. He would move into a 2-story home with a basement. And it was like on the outside looking in, a nice suburban area, no crime, no nothing. Now, remember, I always tell you guys, from the 1960s to the 1990s, America had a serial killer problem. And in Jersey, it was no different, okay? But where he was living, it was pretty what we call posh. Really nice. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really have to worry about none of that stuff, but it didn't mean that the stuff wasn't happening. And little did they know that he was going to contribute in a very significant way to the death toll in New Jersey and the surrounding areas. Now, after Richard gets married, she begins to have his, have the children and everything. Richard starts to feel like he's empty. You know what I'm saying? Like something was missing in his life. It felt like almost as if Richard had stopped something that he had begun. All right. So he would travel from New Jersey to Manhattan to New Jersey. And he just was like, you know what? I need something to do. Like, I guess he felt bored. And I don't know if his wife wasn't, like, I don't know what their bedroom or anything like that. But basically, Richard had an itch that he had to scratch. So the first documented murder that we know that kicked all of this off, but it's not his earliest murder. Keep that in mind. But the first one, not the murder. We're not going to go to the murder yet. What we're going to get into is his petty arrest. So imagine having all this money. Imagine having this big time job and you're so bored that you start drinking. So he gets a ticket for drunk driving. And then he's so bored that he gets convicted of shoplifting. Now, this is a computer genius. His father got money. And he gets hit with a $50 shoplifting ticket. That's how much money and how bored this man was, right? But then it wouldn't be until 1973 that Richard would get popped for robbery and oral sodomy and sexual abuse of a sex worker. Okay? But get this, the sex worker and the pimp never showed up to court, so it was dropped. But they almost had him then because he began to, you know what I'm saying, dip and dab, but they never showed up in court. So now Richard is now officially bored again. He needs something to do. Manhattan, Jersey, he got to do something with his life. So let's pick it up. So what we do know, his first murder that we thought was documented was a woman by the name of Marianne. Now, see, Marianne was an X-ray tech, okay? Now, what she would do, she lived with her husband. She was known as a woman that was very routine. She was a brunette. She had dark eyebrows. Keep this in mind, because look at what I'm describing and look at the women that's posted. She was a brunette. She had dark eyebrows, slim jawline. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just had certain features that kind of stuck, you know what I'm saying, that separated her from the rest of the the other type of looking women, right? But Marianne was a woman of a repeated schedule. She was very consistent, okay? Very consistent woman. And so one day she did not check into work after she left home on December 16th, 1977. And not only that, her husband hadn't heard from her. Now, mind you, this is before cell phones and all of that. Her husband didn't hear from her. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, an alert was put out, and police officers started looking for her. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, they end up finding her vehicle, and it was parked in a place called the Little Ferry in New Jersey. Okay, and then a few feet away, they found her body. Now, her body was located at this hotel called the Quality Inn in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, unfortunately. Okay. Now, what they saw on her body was that she had ligature marks on there. She had been beat up. She was slashed up. Okay. And she was strangled. All right. So they're like, yo, who would do this to this woman? It seems so random because she's an x-ray tech. She's never been in trouble. Her husband was at work. His alibi checked out. She didn't have any enemies. Everybody loved Marianne, including at her job. So who would unalive this woman? They had no details, nothing, no evidence, okay, at this time. So unfortunately, her case will go unsolved for 3 years, all right? Now, Richard, after he had done this to Marianne, what he was able to do was he was driving on that morning, and he saw Marianne by herself about to get coming outside to get into her car. Well, he swooped in, asked her, talked to her and everything. She was like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And so she drove away. Now, somewhere in between her house and her job, Robert followed her. She stopped somewhere, and Robert was able to kidnap her, abduct her, and do all those things to her, and then put her in the trunk after he unalived her and dumped her body on the side of a motel. So that's what happened. Now Robert is feeling alive, okay? He got his mojo back. Remember, I said he was bored. He committed all those petty crimes. We're going to find out that he committed other crimes, but he had to be incognito because of the fact that he had children being born and everything else, right? So now he's back to his rhythm, but he felt bad for some odd reason. I'm not gonna say he felt bad. He wanted to change who he did this to, because Marianne was a hardworking woman, right? And now that he's working in Manhattan and he's this big time IT person, he got his eyes on another group of people, and he would go on to hate these people so much so that he felt like that he was saving them from themselves. He developed a hatred for sex workers, and not just any sex workers, the sex workers in Manhattan. Now, in Manhattan during this time, there were brothels. The women were walking around freely, as we all know. People were literally out in the open soliciting. Now we know these these areas are behind the scenes now. If you know, you know. You feel me? In New York, they gotta, they had to tighten that up. But back then, they were not behind the scenes. They were out in the open. And guess who was dead smack in the middle of it? Richard Cottingham. So when he would leave from working on a computer, he would go down to the Manhattan Strip where these sex workers are, and he would solicit them. Now, here's how he did it. Richard was really good with numbers. Remember, I said he's a genius, okay? So Richard would go to the casino, one of the local casinos in New York, or no, Jersey, excuse me. He would hit big. His co-workers would say that anytime that Richard went to the casino, he won 95% of the time, okay? So he would take the money, go to the Manhattan Strip, and he would locate a girl, more than likely white, with brunette hair, darkish colored hair, dark eyebrows. She just had dark features, right? And so he would walk up to these women and he would show them all the money that he wanted. He would have hundreds of dollars. And so he would offer to pay them $100 or $200 per hour. And he would say, all I want to do is wine and dine you. So they would say, okay, because remember, some of them got pimps, some of them have drug issues, or some of them just need some money, right? So they would oblige with him and walk away with him. What they did not notice was a bag that he carried. Now, Richard would look professional, but he always had this bag. And it was not noticeable unless you felt like, okay, what is that? It was very small. But what they didn't know, it looked like just a regular bag or a briefcase or something that he carried with work. But what they did not know was that was his kill bag, right? So inside this bag, he would have handcuffs, straps, a knife, duct tape, a fake gun that he carried around. I don't know why, because he never used the gun on them. So he just carried that around with him. And pills. Lots and lots and lots of pills. Now we don't know where he got the drugs from, but this is New York, 70s, okay? So it was a wild time. You got Studio 54. You feel me? Everybody getting high. Rick James, everybody was high, okay? Okay, so everybody got pills and drugs at this time, okay? It's just 10 times worse now. But he would have a lot of gate rate drugs on him, pretty much. And so he would take these women to restaurants, and when they weren't looking, he would order their drinks, and when they weren't looking, he would put the pills in their drink. And so when they would leave out the restaurant, he'll just keep ordering the drinks, and when they leave out, he'll tell the waitress or the waiter, oh, she just had too many, I'm gonna just go ahead and get her up out of there. And he seemed like a perfect gentleman, you know what I'm saying? So he would lead the women out of there as they are stumbling, drinking. Nobody's, batting an eye, doesn't look crazy. He would take them to a hotel. And what he would do, he would either go to a motel in New York, or he would take them across to Jersey. And what he started out to do was just on the first set of girls, he would experiment on. Experiment how, Key? I'm glad you asked. So what he would do is, first, it would be full domination. He would dominate. Remember, I said from the age of 10 years old, he was interested in S&M. He liked breast, right? And so he would bond them up, make them get on all fours, walk around like a dog. He would then proceed to cut on their torso. Remember, that's why he's called the torso killer. He would make slices along their stomach, beat them on their rib cage and on their stomach and their back. He would then, to some of the women, if their breasts were up to his liking, he would cut off their nipples or bite their nipples until they would bleed. That's the type of stuff that he would do to them. Now, mind you, they in and out of consciousness. They don't know that this is going on. But that was that's him experimenting, okay? Until he got into the groove of what he truly wanted to do with women. These type of women that he grew a hatred for out of nowhere, okay? So then afterwards, once that new set was done, he would go back to work after he done slept with a few of them, did all that to them. And you know what he would do? He would brag, ladies and gentlemen, on these actions that he was committing on these girls. But he wouldn't go and say, I did this and did that. He would just tell them like, yeah, I did some S&M this weekend. Anybody into S&M? Remember, we were talking about being tied up. Yeah, I got tied up this weekend. Yeah, I went with a girl, and people would be like, okay. But one coworker who he worked with, get this is why I say it'd be so crazy how these people be knowing each other. One of the coworkers who was working with him was none other than Rodney Akala, aka the dating game killer. Remember when I talked about Rodney Akala? Remember him, the dating game killer from back in the 70s, who went on a dating game show, and then when he was arrested, he's been charged with almost between 60 and 100 murders. and they found him, and they found the storage locker with all those pictures of all those missing women that he took picture of. That was his co-worker. Crazy. Isn't that crazy? Who would have thought? Now, authorities have not linked them to. They said that they don't have any evidence to say that Rodney and Richard were working together, but come on now, y'all. That's crazy as heck. Like, what the hell? Who would have thought that? But anyways, so the only person that was interested in hearing the stories was Rodney crazy ass, right? He like, word? She tied you up? What else you do? You feel me? But the other co-workers, they like, bro, we just here to do our job. Like, we don't want to hear all of that. So, but he would continue, every so often, he would continue to talk about the women that he was doing S&M on and everything else. That's how we know that the body count is way higher, because he has several of these stories. And remember, this is his experimentation mode. He's just experimenting. He ain't unalived another one yet. The only person that we know of thus far in this story is Marianne, and she was not a sex worker. But now he got that blood, okay? Now he's biting off enough women nipples. He's cutting them up enough. He's doing all of this. They can't recall any stories. And now it's time for Richard to save them from themselves. It's time for him to unalive them because of they're not respecting life. Okay, this is what he's thinking about these women, all right? He thinks that they're nothing. How could you do something like this to you? So what I'm doing to you, I'm actually saving your life. All right? I'm actually saving your life when I'm doing this. So let's get into the second unalivement. Now, this is when he would be coined the torso killer. All right? Unfortunately. 3 years later, after he unalived Marianne on May 5th, a woman by the name of Valerie Ann Street, she was only 19 years old, a sex worker. Her body was found by a motel, by that same hotel, the Quality Inn, right? Now, when they found her body, they looked in and they saw that, okay, wait a minute. She had a key card on her. And so they went into the hotel and they saw that she had checked into room 132 with Richard, but he was using a different name. Okay. And what they found was, they had stuffed her, Richard has stuffed her body, okay, in the hotel mattress. And unfortunately, the next day she wasn't found until, she was found out, by the hotel, the Quality Inn. And it was the housekeeper who had found her coming in for their shift. All right. Now on her body, they saw too, she had adhesive tape on her. She had ligature marks on her. She had bite marks on her breasts. She had been bitten all over her body with a really big significant focus on her stomach and rib cage. All right. And on the top of her head. He also did knife incisions on her body. Like, it was gruesome what he did. But remember, he's saving her from herself. He is the Lord and Savior. Okay. So he felt like he was freeing her by doing the torture and eventually unaliving her. But just like the first victim, they had no leads. This is the same hotel, but these are two different type of women. X-ray tech worker versus a sex worker. What the heck? You know what I'm saying? Are these two different type of unalivers, or is this the same person? Well, Richard was very smart, okay? So he would wait again. he would wait a little bit, y'all. All right? He would wait a little bit. Now, here's where it gets crazy. He would meet two other sex workers in New York City after he got off from work. And when he was walking the streets of Manhattan, he met this, it's rumored that she's 16. I'm not sure. Because she's unfortunately, she is labeled as the Manhattan Jane Doe, as none of her family has came and claimed her body. But she's rumored, they put her age between 16 and 20. Okay. And there was another woman by Marianne. She was also a sex worker. So what he did was he approached these two women. He had a wad of cash with him as usual. Said, I just want to wine and dine y'all. And, let's get into some kinky stuff. They like, okay, we cool. He was offering them $100 to $200 per hour. They get a hotel room. And this time, this is how he'll be coined the Torso Killer 2.0 in New York City. He got these women. He made sure that they were bound. Remember, he got his kill kit. He had his handcuffs, binded them up and everything. And this is when he would brutally sodomize them, do the same thing. He, instead of ripping off the nipples, he ripped off one of the girls' whole breast. Okay. He would then rob them, take their clothes, just rob them, take their wallets and everything. But because people had saw him the day before walking the strip, he got paranoid and he did not want to be identified. And so Richard took a knife that he had and cut off both of their heads and cut off their hands. No fingerprints and no ID. He then put their heads and their body parts inside of his bag. He, I'm sorry, I just got to describe the story. He then poured alcohol and everything. He took a match or a lighter and lit the room on fire and left. All right. And so authorities get there. They're finally able to get the room. They thinking that it was like some type of, you know what I'm saying? An electrical fire or something else. And it wasn't. That's when they come across two bodies. And they saw that the only thing that he left was their torsos. And they officially dubbed him the Torso Killer. Now, they have no leads. This is the 70s. So there's no DNA. All the stuff that we have, the crime scene investigation is not what we have today. Okay. They did not know who did this. All right. And he was smart with these two girls. When they asked the hotel clerk, could you give us the description? He made the girls get the room. So they never got him on video walk into the room or anything. They only had the girls' positive IDs, which was how they were able to identify just one of the victims. And unfortunately, we don't know the identity of the Jane Doe victim to this day from Manhattan, okay, that he unalived. Now, Richard is feeling good. Richard is back at work. Now he's taking up his bragging a step further to his coworkers. He's letting them know that he's not going into too much details, but he's telling them, I got with two hookers, you feel me, over the weekend. I made her do this and I made her do that. And I stole from her, I took her wallet and stuff. And they like, bro, what? Then at the whole time, the coworkers thought that he was just attention seeking, that he was just joking. They never took him seriously. Okay. They never took him seriously, but he was being serious. But this time he knew that he had to lay it low because he just set a whole motel on fire. Right. And they found two victims in there. So he would go back to his experimentation. And this time, remember, he was the dominant one. This time he's allowing women to dominate him. Now he wants to experiment with being dominated. So when he would meet up with sex workers, at nighttime after he would get off from work, he would have cuffs and everything in there for him. He would now implement a dog leash, and he likes to be walked around as a dog. And his sex workers will make him lick the urinal in the bathroom. He enjoyed that. He also enjoyed tongue baths where the women would bathe him with their tongues from head to toe. Like, this is the type of stuff that he's into. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know this is crazy, but this is him. Okay. So now once everything has died down, a couple weeks later, he like, you know what? I got an itch again. Yeah, I got an itch again. I gotta go out there and I need another victim. It's not enough for me to just do this. Like I like being dominated, but I gotta feel I gotta punish them again. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make them know who's in charge. Okay, this is his mindset. I gotta save them from themselves. All right. And so he goes out, picks up a woman, he drives her back to New Jersey to the hotel. Now, this is where, and this is how he was finally caught. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. He pulls out his kill kit, and old girl thinking like, okay, you know, the handcuffs and everything. All right. He ends up tying her up, and then he goes straight into slash mode. He begins to slice her back, her torso. He then begins to cut off her nipple. And so she began to scream. And the hotel clerk, thank God, because how many times have we been to hotels and sometimes the hotel clerks don't even be at the front no more, right? They be gone. But this hotel clerk heard a scream and was scared, frantic. So thankfully, this hotel clerk called the police. And so thank God, on May 22nd, 1980, the police responded to the phone call from the clerk. They and when they came knocking on the door, Richard had already knew that the lady, the way she screamed, it was too loud. So Richard was already gone by the time the police came. You understand? He was gone. And they bust open the door. They seen the girl fighting, pretty much bleeding out, fighting for her life. And they were both able to give a description. No, he's tall, dark hair, dark eyebrows. Go get him. So they run outside looking for this man. They finally catch him. Boom. He wasn't that quick enough. And he's taken to jail. When they start going through his things, they found his kill kit and they like, yo, Richard, we got you, bro. What's up? You know what I'm saying? You ready to talk? Richard is saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Me and her had an understanding. She know I like to get a little rough. And they're like, yo, you just cut off her breast, bro. Like, what are you doing? And so he's like, no. I just, you know what it is? I have a problem with women. I may have a little problem with women. And they're like, but you've been married for over 10 years, like 5-10 years. You got 3 children. You got a daughter. What do you mean that you got a problem with women? He's like, it's not what you guys think. I took the S&M thing a little too far today. It got a little out of hand. They like, a little? What are you? Okay. So obviously they weren't going to get anywhere because Richard stood on 10 toes. This was consensual. I got a problem with women is not what it looks like. Okay. Meanwhile, back at the hospital, the sex worker is giving up everything. So they had enough evidence to put out a search warrant for Richard's home because they like, yo, it's something up with this dude. He got a whole kill kit with tape and everything else. And then on top of that, he just sliced off this woman's breast. Where have we seen this at? And so detectives go back to the precinct and they're pulling up case files from New Jersey and New York and they're noticing something. Wait a minute. He just did old girl like those 2 torsos that New York officers pulled up a few weeks ago. Remember that? Wait a minute. Remember Valerie at the Quality Inn and she was cut up? Wait a minute. Hold up. Didn't that x-ray tech from a couple years ago, didn't she have slices on her torso? Whoa. Who is this man? Wait a minute. He's a computer tech? He works in Manhattan? Nah, this can't be. Nah. Wait a minute. Are we seriously linking him to 5 murders right now? Like, no. This guy? And they were like, wait a minute. The evidence was just so overwhelming. So they finally get a search warrant for his home and they held him there. And they go into his home. Wife is shaken up. Wait a minute. My husband would never. You know what I'm saying? They're like, ma'am, look, he's a suspect. Here's the search warrant. We got to look. Well, as they begin to look, they didn't find nothing. It just looked like a regular home. She kept that home immaculate. Okay. Nothing was out of place. There was no knives missing, nothing crazy. But then the officer stumbled on to a room. Now, remember I said it was a 2-story house with a basement, right? At the beginning of the story. One thing that Richard did was Richard had a lock on the basement door. He did not allow for his wife or children to go inside of this basement. Now, Richard was keeping a very big secret from his wife, from everybody. And that was his trophy office. When the police broke down the door because the wife said she didn't have the keys there, they broke down the door, and that's when they found everything. They found all of the artifacts, souvenirs, skin tissue, everything that you guys could think of that he was taking from these women. They even found photos. Yes, as he was sodomizing his women and unaliving them, they found photos of these women. And one of the photos was Mary Ann, the x-ray tech from where he left her at the Quality Inn. They found her photo there. And they were like, what the heck? Oh my goodness. It was so much evidence there, you guys. It was like, what? Like, we knew about linking him to those, but where the heck did these earrings come from? Where did this necklace come from? Like, he kept these from these women as like their final, like his final blow to them. Letting them know that they belong to them, okay? And that was his trophy room, his souvenir. He was proud of that room. Nobody could go in there until the police went in there in 1980. All right. So they had to collect all these evidence, and they officially charged him with 5 counts of murder. And with the rape and attack of several other women that came forward. And Richard was pissed. He was let go from his prestigious job. But guess why he was mad, y'all? Because his wife and his children had to find out about the monster in which he was. And so he begged and pleaded to the police not to put this in the newspaper because he did not want to embarrass his children. It's too late for that, buddy. It's done. He was plastered everywhere. This sent shockwaves through all of New Jersey suburbia at this time because, wow, this is Richard, our neighbor, the person who was at parent-teacher conferences, for Christ's sake. He was actively involved with his children, and he was living a double life like this. They described the basement as his tortured souvenir room, okay, of the people, the poor women that he tortured and took from them and stored there. Like, this was crazy. This did not happen in suburbia America at that time, okay? Now is like everywhere, but at that time, no. And so he was charged and he went to trial. Well, because he's a narcissist, Richard decided to take the stand in his own trial. Remember what they say, just be quiet, okay? Like, they got all the evidence, they got everything, Richard. For Christ's sake, you had the people pictures, you had the women pictures in your possession of you torturing them. What you mean? He was adamant that he was not guilty. He's innocent. And you guys have the wrong person and the wrong idea of me. So he took the stand. He did. But the attorney got him. I mean, grilled him, nailed that man to the cross, to the point where when he was done, Richard knew he was done. Richard was like, okay, I gotta think of something because they finna lock me up forever, y'all. They finna get me. And so Richard did the unthinkable. Then as they were walking to put him back in the holding, you know what I'm saying, for the next date for the trial, Richard swung on the bailiff and was gone. He ran out that courtroom, okay? Thank God there were other officers outside and they were able to chase him down the street and get his ass, okay? But he tried to escape. This time now, they will make sure that both his hands and feet are officially in chains because you can't be trusted. So after a very short deliberation from the jury, for obvious reasons, Richard was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Okay. And everybody lived happily ever after. Psych. Get y'all some water. We not done. Remember, I said they just found another body. They just cleared another cold case last year. Now, remember, I said the first one that we know of was Mary Ann, the X-ray tech. Okay? That was the first one that we know of at that time. That was back in 1977. But look at the bottom of y'all screen in these pictures. Back in let's start the newer investigation. Are y'all ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all ready? This man is sick. In 2000, a detective named Anzalotti, new to the New Jersey PD, looking to, make a name for himself, okay? He was still wet between the ears, but he wanted to really put himself out there, right? And so he goes to his captain and says, I don't want to just be working on petty stuff. I'm ready to really get out there, ladies and gentlemen. Officer, I'm ready to really put my work in. And so the captain was like, all right, you sure? He like, yeah. It's like, okay, I'm going to see what I can find for you, right? So then a couple of days later, the district attorney approaches Detective Anzalotti, and was like, here you go. And Anzalotti was like, what is this? He said, those are your cold case files. Now, we all know when it comes to re-election for district attorneys, nothing gets you more secure in a re-election than a cold case file that has been solved more than 50, 60 years. You know what I'm saying? It took 50, 60 years to solve, okay? And so they had 12 plus, all right? These beautiful women that you see at the bottom of your screen. And so he's like, look, you want to make a good impression? Solve those cold cases for me. Anzalotti was like, okay, cool. So he begins working on the case. He goes to the evidence room, gives it to the officer, and they bring back several big boxes. And he has to go through all of them. So after weeks and months of going through these files, he's starting to notice a pattern. And hopefully you guys did too. You see these women at the bottom? Don't they have dark hair? Don't they have dark eyebrows, slim jawlines? The only one that did not fit the mold is the one at the bottom on the left hand. Okay, Miss Jacqueline Hart, who was only about 12, 13. So Officer Anzalotti is like, I don't think Miss Hart, she might be something else. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of these women, they all look alike. Like they all have the same features. You get into height and weight, slim in the waist. You feel me? 5'6", 5'7". All of them, between 25, about 16 to about 25. So Anzalotti was like, okay, either we're working with two people or we're working with one. It's gotta be. So he began to narrow down the times of when these women bodies were found and when they disappeared. None of them were disappeared for long. They would, Richard would do is snatch them up on one day, do the business that same day, and dump their bodies, and they will be found instantly. I think the longest was maybe 2 or 3 days. Okay. But that's what he was doing all throughout Jersey, or so we thought. And so Anzalotti, he's not putting it together at this time. He's just trying to figure out a time frame so he could track down who was, unaliving people during this time. Well, one person that came to mind was someone that admitted to unaliving 15 women. Now, remember, I told y'all, America had a problem in the 60s and the 70s. I keep telling y'all we had a serial killer problem. So when Anzalotti went to go visit this person in the prison and was like, look, you know what I'm saying? I got these missing cold cases I got to interrogate you about. He ended up realizing that dude didn't unalive them. The evidence showed that he wasn't responsible for those 12. So then Lodi went to another individual who was a serial rapist at that time. And guess what? He didn't unalive them. His exact words was, I don't kill people. I guess there's like a limit to his acts, you feel me? To his horrific acts, you feel me? But he like, I ain't do that. So Anzalodi is back at square one. The next person is, you guessed it, none other than Richard Cottingham. Now, at this time, Richard had been in jail since 1980. But Richard had made a name for himself, ladies and gentlemen. Remember I said he knew numbers and he was a gambler. So Richard began to run an in-house gambling casino in the prison. And he was good. He was damn good. Do y'all hear me? Richard was hitting them inmates. You feel me? He had everybody stuff, cigarettes, everything. He was off the chain in prison. But guess who Richard would get on the bad side of? This is why I say this case is so freaking crazy. Who remembers the nickname Iceman? Who remembers the nickname Iceman? Remember Iceman, Richard, another Richard, Klakinski, he was the mob hit person. He was unaliving people for the mob. Remember him? He's still alive. No. He died some years ago. But he was one of the big, you know what I'm saying? One of the big shots. Now they can only charge Iceman with 5 murders. But it's rumored that his hitman number is about 100 for the mob. That's what they say. That's what the streets say. I don't know. Now, Richard, well, I'm just going to call him Iceman so we don't get him confused. Iceman was in jail, was in the prison with the torso killer, Richard, okay? And what we know the mob for is for casinos. So Iceman was running his own gambling ring on the other side of the prison, okay? Now, what people didn't know about the Iceman was that the Iceman was a government informant inside the prison. I didn't even know that they have those, but they do. He was a CI inside the prison. And guess who he was reporting to? Anzalodi, the detective. Crazy world. So Richard and the Iceman would get into it over money and over turf. And so one day when Anzalodi thinking that he's going to give up another inmate, you know what I'm saying? Talk about, rat on somebody in jail. Iceman comes in and sit down and like, bruh, lets the detective know, dude ass pissing me off. And so Anzalodi like, who you talking about? And he like, Richard. And he like, Richard who? He like, Richard Cunningham, however you say his name. He's pissing me off. And they like, he like, oh, you know him? He like, damn right I know him. And if he come in my way, I'ma shank him. He did. So Anzalodi like, wait a minute. Because now he like, oh my God, I gotta weigh in to get to Richard. I got a reason to talk to him now. So he like give up his operation so I can investigate him. He like, okay, cool. Because Iceman don't want no competition. You feel me? Iceman don't want no competition. He got to get rid of Richard. You feel me? So he like, here go all your information. And Anzalodi was like, don't send no hits at him. Wait until I'm done with him. Y'all be cool. Iceman like, all right, well, you better hurry up and get him. You feel me? Like, you better hurry up. So now Anzalodi has a way in to talk to the torso killer. And, it starts off as very slow and steady, getting to know him. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a very smart individual. And any time that Anzalodi would mention any type of past crimes he did or anything, he was shut down. So it would take them, mind you, this was in 2000. It would take Anzalodi a couple years to crack open and get the trust of the torso killer, of Richard, okay? But when he did, they was not expecting for the cat and mouse game that was about to ensue and go on for 25 years, okay? Now, here's how it went down. So Richard, once they became cool, the detective and Richard, Once they got a good rapport with one another, Anzalotti would begin to talk to him about the cold case files and let him know, hey, do you know Allie Jean? Do you know Janet? Do you know Lorraine? Do you know Jacqueline? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get these families some peace, some solitude, for Christ's sake. And at first, when each of these victim names would come up, he would go around the circle until one day he told them, like, look, I'm not like any serial killer y'all have ever seen before. He said there was a reason why I did not kill in the same location. And they're like, what are you saying? And I'm going to drop the interrogation video so y'all know I'm not lying, because all of this just came out within the past few months. Okay. So he's letting them know on tape, on camera, I'm not like one of these serial killers. I'm not Ted Bundy. I'm not Jeff Dahmer. Nah, bruh. I'm way more calculated. I'm way more colder. And they're like, what you mean? And that's when he tells them, y'all giving me these people, I done touched about 80 women. They like, what? Yeah, I got bodies, bro. You feel me? And guess what he says? I've been killing since I was 16 years old. Remember, during that time, he was enticed with S&M and breast. Remember, during that time, remember I said his parents was moving. His dad was the vice president. He was moving from location to location to location. But all of this that he's telling us is technically hearsay. We need concrete proof. And so for 25 years, Anzalotti was able to get this man, Richard the Torso Killer Cottingham, to confess to over 6 murders, 6 people on the 6 of these pictures on there. Okay. Now we could officially say, because remember I said the first victim, Marianne, was in 1977. We got to scratch that. Now we know for a fact that his first victim was 10 years prior in 1967. Okay. Now get it. Now remember, he was only born in 1946, which will only put him at about 20 some years old. So if we're going to go back to when he said it, we should be looking at the 1950s. You get what I'm going with this? Early 1960. Okay. That's probably when he really started. But they were able to get him for the first murder is 1967. And get this, none of those girls were sex workers. You see, with the women that he started out with on these pictures, this was back in the day when hitchhiking was a thing. And so what he would do is pull up to these women unsuspectingly, offer them a ride, and he will pull over and do what he did. Y'all already know the stuff that he was into, okay? And then strangle them and leave their bodies on the side of the road. So they were, if you look at the map of where he was leaving his victims, it was like a straight line, like along a highway, along a road, okay? And then once he got married, and then once he started hating sex workers, the bodies became scattered. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So he was right. He wasn't leaving. He stopped killing in the same location with these 12 girls at the bottom. And now he would go from Jersey, and then he would go to Connecticut, and then he would go to New York. You get where I'm going with this? He would spread out and kill. And so every time he confessed to a murder, he would tell Anzalotti them, what do I get in return? I need something in return. And so some of these things would be pop. Some of these things would be, taking a ride from the prison to the police precinct, you know what I'm saying? So he can get a fresh breeze. He knew how to work the system to get what he wanted. Okay. And if you want these confessions, I'll give it to you. But the thing is with Richard, how he would confess to these murders was he would sugarcoat it at first. He would it was never he was the bad guy. He always tried to paint the women as it was something wrong with them, or they enjoyed it. They really liked it. I don't know. They weren't crying or anything. You see what I'm saying? And so that's how he did it. That's how he was able to win these women over, their trust, unalive them, dump their bodies, and that's how he talked to the investigators. But get this, since 1967, we know for a fact that he had a kill kit back then. So that means for 10 to 15 years, Richard was developing, you know what I'm saying, his own kill kit on what he wanted to have, because the pills didn't get introduced until he was in New York. With these women, he didn't have to drug them. You see? But he had the handcuffs, he had the tapes, he had the straps, he had all of that. He wasn't into sodomy, wasn't making them do too much, and he wasn't slicing on them too much. But every last one of them had the same pattern, and that was ligature marks around their neck and strangulations. So after 25 years, Detective Anzalotti was able to conclude that Richard Cottingham, even though they were able to concretely get 6 of these women, their families at peace, they were able to conclude that he technically has unalived, by his own admission, 80 to 100 women, making him one of America's most prolific serial killers in history. He did it within a 20-year time span, if we are to believe him. So 1960 to 1980. He hit 5 different states: New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Jersey, and Baltimore. Okay. And those are just what we know of. Now, I know what you're thinking, Kiki, what about today? Unfortunately, Detective Anzalotti did have to retire because this took a toll on him. Again, I'm going to drop the interrogation and everything. But if you look up Detective Anzalotti, even though a lot of people hold him as a hero, this took a toll on, like, he didn't expect this. He was just trying to advance in his career. He had no idea that he will be meeting and playing a cat and mouse game for 20-something years with one of the most dangerous individuals in our country. He had no idea. And so he retired from the police station. This was his last case. He couldn't take it. And I don't blame him, because that does take a toll on you. I know that just by working with some of the people that I work with, and I only got to see them just, you know what I'm saying? Think about having to drive and sit across this man and give him chocolate bars and pops and take him on rides and everything else. And for him just to talk about how he did his victims. Like, come on, bro. You will want to strangle the dude your dang on self. You understand? Well, unfortunately, Richard is on his deathbed. Richard is in the hospital. He is failing. His heart is failing. Today, he is the age of 78 years old. Unfortunately, we don't know if they're going to be able to crack the other 6 girls on this list. And if we're ever going to be able to find the other 60 to 80 victims, however to link them. But we did have another breakthrough, and this breakthrough came in, and this is his only African-American victim that we do know of. She was also from Jersey, and they put his DNA through the system, and they found a match on her body, okay, and on her evidence. So, and he also unalived an Hispanic woman. So those are his only 2 minorities that we know of. We don't know about the rest. Remember, he's been doing this for so long. But at least we know now that he crosses boundaries. Okay, he does cross boundaries. At least we know that. So it does open up the pool to other potential victims out there. And by him being on his deathbed, I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to get confessions. The 6 women that he did confess to, he did get added on life sentences. But what is that to someone who's never seen the light of day anyway? And they were able to take the death penalty off for a few of them because of his confession. And I don't know. I hope by the end of this year, I have some more victims to report that we can conclude before he dies. But I hope that he rests in peace. because he is truly one of the most sinister murders serial killers I've covered. And I'm pretty sure that the majority of you have never heard of him and do not realize that this case is still ongoing. And that is the story of the torso killer, aka Richard Cottingham. Did y'all like this one? He gotta go. Yes. Did y'all like this one? I hope y'all like this one. Yeah, he gotta go. He does, Miss Joette. Them queens didn't deserve that. They did not deserve. Some of them. The one that's heartbreaking is the two friends. They were going to the beach. You know what I'm saying? They was at the mall. It started raining, and he was able to coerce them. Hey, I'll drive you down there, and unalive both of them, held them hostage and everything. And what was so cold about how he did it, though, he saw the temperature. That's why I say he's very, very smart. He saw the temperature for the next day and hid their bodies to where it would be directly on the sun, and it dried them out. And they left them by he left them by a river. And so when the authorities finally found their bodies and the medical examiners examined them, they thought that they had asphyxiated or that they drowned. And so one thing that Detective Anzalotti was able to do was go to those two victims' family and say, they did not drown. They were killed. And here's the person that killed them, because he admitted to it. He was able to he was able to do that type of stuff. So yes, rest in peace. Like, I don't give a damn what you do. Look, they wasn't doing nothing. They was trying to make money. The rest of these girls, you know what I'm saying, was just trying to live their lives. You understand? So hopefully, I'm praying, y'all, that we can at least get the other 6 victims that's down here. I'm praying that they can at least solve those murders, because they know that he did them, but they need a confession. So I'm praying to God, y'all. I'm praying to God that at least we can get these 12 out the way. We get these 12 out the way, all 12 of them. We only got 6 of them in these pictures. We need the 6 more. I'll feel better. Now, I don't know about the other 60 or 80. I don't know if we'll ever get the full count. I don't know, because he said up to 100. That's his exact words. He said he done unalived over 80 women. Oh, let me drop the interrogation. It's really like, if y'all at work and want to listen, like, just have something to listen to. It's crazy how he goes into detail. Like, you guys will think like, this man is bold. Like, this man is crazy, but he's not. He's just smart, and he's a sick individual, and that's how he got off. And he was fascinated with this stuff. Let me drop that for y'all. So if y'all ever get bored, this is what you guys listen to his interrogation video. I'm about to post it. That's his interrogation video. That's him admitting to everything and all the women that he's unalived. Thank you, Slogan. Right, Rod. He looks like a freaking maniac, but white people think he looks like Santa, so he is safe. No, back then he didn't look like that. He was dark, tall, dark, and handsome. He had them Coke bottle glasses. He didn't look like this. Age got him like that. You feel me? But that's the interrogation. If you guys ever want to sit down, it's about an hour long. And you can definitely, you feel me, listen to this. Listen to that craziness. Alan, I am in administration and strategic management, and I also have a master's degree in counseling. He has never been no, I'm not saying like that. Like, you know, back then they would consider him like, oh, okay, he's not. I'm not saying like that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it. I am not an S&M, Dr. Creel. Thank you. Thank you guys. Well, if you're in Discord, I will be posted on Discord tomorrow watching the fights. Remember, tell me which fights y'all want to watch. We finna get it in tomorrow. Don't even think. No, please you gave me enough of this, but okay. See if you can go interview these weirdos. You know what? I work with sex offenders right now, Alan, and I work with some of them. Some of them are on my caseload. Some of them when I do PRN work, I already work with them, and it's depressing. I can't do it. That's why I chose to be in a generalized field of counseling than a specific, because I wanted to do forensic psychology. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't take it mentally because it's some messed up people and they don't think what they're doing is wrong. So if I was to, it's only a couple of them that I would say yes to. That's the preacher, the black serial killer out in New York, the preacher's crew, the head of the preacher's crew. If you know, you know. I would interview him. I wouldn't touch him. I wouldn't even care about this dude. But I would interview him. I would interview it's only a couple. El Chapo, I have a translator there. Because I just want to know, like, how did you do it? How did you do it? It's only a couple people. Yeah, we'll drain you, ho boy. So let's see you, Miss Joette. Thank you so much. It's only a couple people that I would interview, but El Chapo is definitely on the top of my list because I'm like, yo, how did you do it? What the heck? And how can I get on? The Green River, yes, him too. BTK, the BTK killer, I would definitely interview him. It's only a couple of them. It's only a couple of them. Just to see their psyche and then leave it alone. You feel me? That's it though. All thanks. Thank you, Rod. Well, I thank y'all so much. Salute to the beautiful queens, Ty, Raina, my beautiful queen, Joette. Salute to Oh Boy Creole Slogan, Rod. I appreciate y'all, the playback gang. Shout out to Upper, the beauty and his beautiful wife and family. I really appreciate you guys for sticking this out with me. I'm about to eat some food and chill. And as always, I'm out.
I know you seen us falling.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get the strike. And guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple off Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. bitch, I got it for.